Man. Every time we go live, I feel like I'm like, woohoo! It's like awesome to me every single time.
Excitement. All right, so hello everybody. Hanging AZ is with us again. Thank you for showing up. And of course, we got Fun with Whiskey with us again, Charles. And Charles, I'll let you kind of briefly introduce yourself again for anyone who doesn't know, anyone watching this in the future.
I'll do it. It's real. My name is Charles Gilmore. I got 2 pages. It's Charles Gilmore 3, and I also do Fun with Whiskey with my friend producer B, and we taste whiskey and have fun doing it. And I learn about whiskey from other content creators like Sean, aka Whiskey Wars, and I just enjoy collaborating and having fun drinking whiskey. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, that's what I'm about too. And for those of you that don't know, me and Charles, we kind of swap back and forth hosting these live. So please follow him as well. That way, if he's hosting, you'll still see it. All right, good enough. So as I posted on, if you're coming from Facebook or wherever, we are going to be trying the Nulu Barrel Proof right here. So Charles, if you want, we can go ahead and get into that.
Yeah, I'm ready for it, bro. Give it a taste, a pour, splash.
Now, what's the proof on yours? Just curious.
118.
I think that's what I got too. I got 118.4.
Yeah, mine is 118 straight. But
okay.
This is what it says on this one, a California exclusive. So.
Oh, okay. Mine is a Total Wine Select.
Producer B, you drinking?
I'm already drinking.
Oh, he just looked at me like I'm stupid.
B is ahead of the game.
Always, man. You never know with this guy.
All right, folks. Well, Nulu. Let's. What do we think, Charles?
Me?
It's proofy.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the first time I'm thinking. I was thinking ethanol. Yeah, but you smell the caramel and brown sugar. That really hits me.
It's a brown sugar bomb to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not overwhelming. Like some stuff, like really, it's not one of those like so. The aroma is not so overpowering that all you smell is like it's subtle. So it's not really to me a real strong smeller like certain things. What do you think, Brother Sean?
Yeah, it's starting to open up a little bit over here. All I was getting at first was just alcohol. Man, the alcohol was just punching me in the face there. But now I'm starting to, like B said, ton of brown sugar.
Let me pour some more.
You already killed the first glass. All right. Getting a nice caramel, like a really high quality caramel.
Oakish.
Almost getting like a salted caramel note. You ever had salted caramel? No?
I'm pretty sure I have. Ghirardelli, I'm pretty sure I had some Ghirardellis that had salted caramel.
Oh yeah. And then like a nice vanilla note in there.
I don't know why it seems like I'm thinking of a chocolate pretzel.
He said a chocolate pretzel.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get what you're saying.
I can see that. Yeah. Oh, not a bad nose. Yeah. Let's get that first sip down, huh?
It's a different taste for me. It really is a different taste. I guess I can say it's not. It is,
yeah.
Bad. It's just different, you know.
So I've only had this, as you can see, I haven't had too much out of this bottle.
I can see why.
I think this is my second or third pour, maybe. Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't blow me away, really.
Me neither.
And also, I think it's a little too alcohol forward. There's a lot of alcohol presence. Like it's.
Let's try that again because you said that.
At least my bottle, anyway.
No, I agree. It's that's what it is. The alcohol is defeating the flavor. So
yeah,
if you taste more alcohol than you taste flavor, it loses something in translation. So that's really what it is.
Sure.
It's like it's a unique taste, so it's experience, but it's not doing anything. What I want to call it, so spectacular, memorable that I want to go back and revisit it. Like I maybe when I get farther down, it's a month, maybe. But right now, I just it's a unique taste. It's like, wow, that's different. And then you want to like put it to the side, like you pour it, so now you don't want to waste it. But it's not like blowing me away at all. Like I wish it was. Like I really. Well, it's fun trying to be blown away by it. That's the fun of it. The fun of it. I want to keep tasting it to see if I'm getting it wrong. Like it's over there. That's what it, like. You know what I mean? It's that one girl sitting in the corner, and you're like, why is she sitting by herself? And then she turns around, and he's like, oh, I get it.
Oh, now I see.
yeah, that's what it tastes like. Like, look real good. Then I'll tell you, I'm like, look at that. You know what? I'm gonna let you get back to reading that book.
So hanging AZ. I mean, we both just poured these. If that's what you're asking, how long did you let it sit? But now my bottle has been open maybe 2 months, and this is only like my third sip of it.
This is open today.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I get just very little spice to it, like a little bit of Russian. It's a weird heat. It's like some stuff can be heaty but not boozy, or this one is more like it's not. How do I explain it? Because
right now, I'd rather drink Knob Creek than Knob Creek. That hot Knob Creek we had wasn't the 9 year. I'd rather drink the 9 year than this.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's a different. Like this is like a heat on the like. It's a slow warmth, a slow finish with the way that I can start to feel it. But it's not like how the Knob Creek is instant, and it tastes better. So I'm just saying, the Knob Creek is kicking this all in the butt. Just being honest, and go for it. So you got a Knob Creek? Do you want to try compare?
So yeah, actually, you talking about like a barrel proof Knob Creek?
Yeah. I
got one downstairs I can run and get. But real quick, what Hanging AZ here is saying. So I mean, I agree. I do that fairly often, but the thing is, though, is like Charles is saying, is that I have stuff downstairs that's, I mean, on the label proofier than this. Mm-hmm. I mean, like some of the Elijah Craig barrel proofs, they're like around 130-ish, and they don't drink as hot as this does. I mean, this thing is like lava. I mean, it is an alcohol hot, not like cinnamon or some other.
That's what it is.
It's just alcohol burning the crap out of your tongue.
Yeah. I can agree with that. It does. It's not the flavor, just like alcohol is doing it.
I was saying it's a weird. It's not a good heat. It's a weird heat. Like it's not that good tasting. Ooh, just complements it. It's more like, why is this there? That's really what it is. That's how I take it. It's not bad though. I mean, I don't think it's horrible. No, I can read it.
Have you guys ever had Everclear?
I have had it back in the past.
Yeah. So to me, this reminds me of like caramel flavored Everclear. It's like as hot as Everclear. It just wants like some caramel flavor in it. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that I don't know. I was hoping for more for sure when I bought it. I
agree with you. I mean, it's
The bottle looks better than it tastes. Are you saying that?
I can agree with that. It looks good. It's not for a barrel proof like for it is. It's not competing with other ones. That's what it is, and it's not horrible. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would drink it. I mean, but I'm not gonna like, ooh, let's get that. I would get the Knob Creek way before I would get this.
Yeah, MGP. A very small batch of 4 to 6 year MGP bourbon.
Yeah.
MGP.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all Nulu comes from MGP. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming from MGP right now. I just don't think that this is a good offering from MGP. I mean, because so Starlight. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that bottle around Starlight Distillery. All their stuff is coming from MGP as well, but I think they do a much better job with either the blending or whatever they're doing on their end. I think it's a lot better. Old Elk, I'm pretty sure is coming from MGP.
Oh, okay. But Old Elk, some of them.
And I
can't even remember, man. I'm one of those people that go. I don't even
I think like $40. Or...
I don't be paying attention. Like when I buy stuff, I just want that. How much is it? $3,000.
I know mine was like around 45, 50, something like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't have a baller budget, but I have a baller mind, a rich person's mind. So they can tell me $5,000. I'm like, there's nothing. In my brain, I'm like $5,000. I'm like, oh my, $5,000. But my friend like, yeah, that's nothing. And be crying when I'm driving home, like, man, did I just spend all my money? I'm joking.
You know, I would say the other thing that's disappointing, aside from it being so hot, is that there's just not a lot of complexity there. You get like a little bit of caramel, a little bit of brown sugar. There's maybe, at least in my bottle, maybe like a hint of like a cherry note, and maybe a little cinnamon, and that's about it. I mean, there's just not a whole lot going on other than alcohol burn.
I agree with that. It's for me.
I don't get no cherry. I get more cinnamon than cherry.
I keep trying to because I'm keep trying to pick up something and I don't pick up. I'm not getting anything. That's you know what I mean. Okay, that's the sadness because it's not horrible. Like I don't like when I pour it down the toilet. I don't think it's trash. It's okay. It's drinking it.
Charles,
drinking it is different, but it's not like wow. It's not nothing I can pick out and say you should try this. It's great. It's like.
Hanging AZ is asking me, is it better than Woodenville? Yes, it is, but only because it doesn't taste like straight chemicals. That's the only. This still tastes like alcohol. It doesn't taste like something that might kill you. So that's the only.
Yeah, but I must say this is a harsh, but it's a forgettable bourbon. It has a little bourbon taste to it, but it's not like something I'm going to remember tomorrow. I'm going to be like, okay, I had it. What does it taste like? I can't really tell you. I just think it was. I know it was hot, but not hot. It wasn't a good hot. It wasn't that. Yeah, like the Knob Creek hot. That's what I can say.
Because that was hot. This was good.
Yeah. There's a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like you're saying, Charles.
Yeah.
Like
this is not a barrel proof.
If this wasn't barrel proof, then I don't think there would be anything to talk about. It would just be like you said. It would be a forgettable. If this was 100 proof, nobody would even pay attention to it. You would just forget you even drank it. There's just nothing really to it. It's not very exciting.
So you got the Knob Creek Single Barrel Reserve 9, 120 proof. This one?
No, but I got something. So carry us, Charles.
We got the other one too. So.
See, it seems like the Nulu is trying to go in the direction of that Knob Creek 9, right? But it just doesn't do it. It just tastes like alcohol. Like the first sip tastes like ooh, and then it goes, now it's alcohol. It's heat, nothing else to it.
Yeah, I don't know how to really describe it. I don't know.
All right, so.
What you have? Show me what you got for this Knob Creek.
This is what I got. This is a Liquor Barn store pick, but same kind of deal.
Okay. And what's the strength on that? What's the proof?
It's also 120.
Okay, so it's similar, same thing. Yeah, we can compare these.
I think this is just aged slightly longer. So this is let's see. This is 10 and a half year, I think.
We had a 12 year.
Oh no, that's a different.
Yeah, so we'll stick with the 9 year.
I'm doing the math wrong. It's the 9.5 year.
Oh, cool. That's similar then.
Yeah.
It's 122 9 year. That's cool. That's the same thing. So we can stick with that.
So let's compare this to the Nulu.
Yeah.
I think that was even better than the Nulu.
Yeah.
The regular 9 year.
Yeah. So speaking of that, B, so that was actually one of the videos I planned on shooting this week, and then my freaking camera crapped out on me. So I'm in the midst of trying to fix that, but anyway, so for anyone watching this in the future or right now, whatever the case, there may be a delay in videos.
All right. I'm pouring a knob now. I'm pouring. I just sound funny to say it. I'm pouring some knob now. Is that good for you?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, like immediately, just on the nose, it's better.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, so almost equal proof. Actually, the Knob Creek is 2 proof higher, but it doesn't smell as proofy.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's just a much nicer nose.
Yes. I feel like an evil villain sniffing it. Yeah.
Yes.
He joined in with you. It was hilarious. He did it good.
Yeah, it was quite nice, yes. I mean, I just went British there. I'm not sure what that accent was. Anyway.
He did good. Yeah, he did good.
Which I guess, historically the British are kind of evil, so I guess that kind of makes sense.
I say nothing with that. Everybody's good.
I mean, you can't like conquer half the known world and not be a little bit evil.
You have to be. You have to be a little bit vicious. A little bit brutal.
All right, let's try this Knob Creek here.
Let me drink some water. Get some bubbly.
Oh yeah, man, that's miles ahead. It's not even fair. I mean, this still tastes. I mean, it's a little hotter, but it still reminds me of the regular 9-year. Like,
but it tastes better. Period. Even if it's hotter, it tastes better. It's a better, good, complex, more burst in your mouth, like Starburst. It's more like that. It's more flavors.
Yeah, there's just a lot more going on here. Sorry, Nulu. You lose.
Yeah.
Maybe we revisit the Nulu like a couple of months later.
I can drink it. Try this out right now. I'm just about to go back to the Nulu.
And the thing is like, so these are both store picks, so they're both single barrels.
Comparable. It was a good comparison.
Yeah, and like, I mean, this Knob Creek, I think I paid about $50. I mean, it's about the same price. So, yeah, it's just I don't think Nulu is doing as good a job blending.
Yeah, but it's not horrible. Like I tasted, so it makes me appreciate the basicness of the Nulu more now.
I did the same thing when I just drank the Nulu now, and for some reason it seemed like a certain burst of flavor just came out, but it's not as good as the Knob Creek.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But that's what it is. But I appreciate it more now after drinking the Knob Creek than I did before. But I think Knob Creek tastes way better.
Also, what's up, Templar Fidelis? Glad you're joining us again. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I really
The DIY bourbon sketchy, LOL. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Nulu's trying. You got to give it to them. They're kind of an up and coming bourbon company, so they're trying to put out some stuff. But it's just, I mean, and the thing is, I think there are some good craft distilleries. It's just, I'm not impressed by this Nulu. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm not impressed either. I'm not. Well, you never know what you're gonna get, like a bag of chocolates. No, I'm joking.
It looks pretty.
Yeah, it's cool. And make a nice picture. That's what I think. You take a picture, a nice bottle. But yeah.
All right, so Hanging AZ, I posted it on the page on the screen earlier, but I didn't really address it. So Hanging AZ is drinking Old Forester 100 proof. Can't go wrong with that one. That was a go-to for me for a long time. And then we got Templar on that. I think, do you mean early times or do you mean easy times? Got to clear that up with you. If it's easy times, I'm not familiar with that one. But either way, we're all drinking, so that's what's important.
Gotta look it up. What's some of the things you never hear of or know?
We still need to try. We got the Old Forester 86.
Okay, yeah, that's a good chill bourbon when you just want to kick back and want something easy. Yeah.
Yeah, the Nile Creek is like smashing the Nulu. Like I'm really in my brain, like want to like, just sip some Nulu. I kind of I think
Let's score them, Charles. That's what we do for a living, right? So on the spot, live scoring. What are we thinking?
On the Nulu?
Both of them.
The Black Creek is at this time I can remember I probably scored it before, but I say easy 8. It's an 8, and the Nulu was to be good is I want to say 5.96. 6.
Yeah. I'm like a 6.1 on the Nulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm right there with you guys. Right around a 6 on the Nulu. It's okay, and the Knob Creek I give it a solid like 7.8, 7.8, something like that. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
like
right there. Yeah, it's a difference, big difference. And I'm trying to go back to the Nulu. I keep going back and reaching forward and taking sips, and I'm like, that's cool. Yeah, a 6. You know, it's nothing. It's like I could push it in the corner, let Spider Webs get on it, and I wouldn't care. I mean, I wouldn't be. It's sad to say. It's not like woo. Where down Knob Creek when I drink it, I'm thinking, okay, this is really good. I can drink this. It's the implementation of the heat is totally different. It's the way they handle the proof, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what's probably most surprising to me is how much different these drink, even though they're almost the same proof.
This one is like, whoa. Every time you sip it, it's like, woo. Like it just, it blends together. It's like how something should, like when the barrel proof and the taste should all come together, like when it's in your mouth, like, ooh. Like it just coats it or it feels like it's eating something almost like it's like, and that is forgettable. Like, really, I feel sad, Nulu. Real sad.
You know what Knob Creek reminds me of? It like reminds me of like the smell. Like when you smell it and when you drink it, it feels like you're in a whiskey room. It's like cigars and you got the leather smell going on kind of in there. You got of course your bourbon smells, your caramel, your brown sugar, a little smokiness going on from the barrel. Yeah, it's just it's a proper whiskey.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's real good. It's really good. I enjoy it, man.
Have you ever rode a horse before?
No. But cat, I don't remember.
Have you rode a horse before, Sean?
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. Actually, 5. Now that I think about it, 5 different times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so I grew up in horse country. So I lived in Ocala before I moved to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
In Ocala, I mean, there was a time where Lexington and Ocala were battling for the title of horse capital of the United States. And then we moved to Kentucky, and obviously there's horses all over the place here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been around horses. So yeah, I think they're cool animals.
Yeah.
I haven't rode one. I rode one as a kid, but not as an adult.
You ever stepped in horse poop?
No.
Have you ever seen a lot of horse poop?
Yeah. Out of a horse and elephant, I think an elephant may be a little bit worse. I don't know.
See that elephant? I never want to see that.
I've never been around elephant poop.
Oh, cool, bro. No,
Well, at the fair, I seen an elephant walking like it was just normal and just food just flew everywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing about animals, man.
They don't care.
It's just walking and pooping. It's just what you do.
They do, bro.
They're weird. Yeah, horses are about the same way, and cows too. Cows the same way. Deer. They just walking around pooping. Don't like it. Just okay. We're doing that now. And the thing is, they don't even care. Like there could be other horses behind them. They don't care. They
don't care at all, bro. Right? You can walk right in it. It's all good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So real quick, hanging on easy. So chocolate banana with coffee and a good Kentucky hug. I assume you're talking about the Old Forester 100 proof. Got to be, because that's definitely Old Forester 100 proof notes there to me. And then also found Evan Williams bib today, cool, but only handles. And knob was I'm reading through my crack again here in my screen. I need to get a new monitor. That's what needs to happen. Anyway. Knob was the first more premium bourbon I ever tasted. Love the small batch. All right, cool. And then Templar can't. Oh, I'll read it here. There we go. Can't throw a stone in Idaho and not hit a horse. Okay, yeah.
I had to hold you the horse. Sorry.
Your daughter just sold her. Well, I got friends here that own a few horses. One guy actually used to break horses. That's what he did for a living for many years. So
did I hear that right?
Yes, they break horses. They train them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you take a wild horse and breaking it is just taming it. Is essentially making it rideable.
Yeah. It's just funny. I'm making a joke. It's like saying break a hole.
Well, there's a documentary. I don't know if you can look it up. It's called Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a terrible documentary about horses.
Oh, I remember. I talking about.
There was a guy. Well, just look it up.
Okay.
We're going to skip past that. It's not appropriate for the stream.
It's a lot of sick people out there.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that have a lot of issues going on with him.
Okay.
He's like, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, I'll take your word for it on that.
Yeah.
But that's one of my dreams. I do want to farm. I want horses. I want chickens and cattle.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I just wanted that lifestyle.
Oh, you want to wear like coveralls and put some hay in your teeth and like, yeah, I'm working on a ranch here, Bob.
Yeah. Charles, not all farmers are like that.
I don't know. It sounds funny to me. I don't know. Maybe it can be in a suit and tie. And I'm working on a ranch, Bob.
Oh yeah, believe me, there are
cows. I'm joking.
There are some rich farmers around here. I can tell you that.
I believe it. But it's still you can make. I figure you can make a joke out of anything. So just sometimes, like if you already know, B is 6'7". You're one of the biggest farmers I've ever seen.
Boy, you the big horse, boy.
You're riding Gannon Stallion.
You need Gannon.
Gannon's horse. Breath of the Wild. Gannon's horse is gigantic.
Now, what you need is Odin's horse from Final Fantasy.
Okay.
That's a horse, a 6-legged horse. So real quick, Hanging AZ, I witnessed a 25-person trail ride out hiking this weekend. You mean there was 25 people on horseback? Is that, explain a little more. Best thing to watch, I guess you were referring to the, breaking horses, the guy I know that did that, I've seen, he sent me a few videos, not of himself, but of other things like that. And it is an interesting process for sure. You're going to get your butt kicked as a human. That's what's going to happen. But eventually the horse gives in.
Yeah, it's funny. He said, so much stuff I can't afford. I can't afford myself, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. And then I love this line. Total Wines and More is my new church. For real, man. That is a dangerous place to go. Yeah.
There's always something beyond reach that you want to get, but it's just not in stock. But maybe tomorrow it'll be in stock. And then when it is in stock, there's something else new. So should I buy this or that? That's always the problem. But I want this. But if I buy that, we had a discussion, and I was discussing, you want something, but it hurts you to spend a lot of money at one time. So you might spend $200 one day, then go the next day, you spend $100. But when you go that one day and it's $300, you're less likely to spend it. But you just spent $300 over 3 days, but you don't want to do it all at once. So it's kind of crazy like that, in my opinion. Hopefully I make some type of sense.
Yeah, well, see, I'm the opposite. What I do is I save up for a while, and then I take a trip to like Lexington or one of the bigger cities, and I know I'm going to spend a ton of money. It's just that's what's going to happen. Because, that's where I get all my store picks is up in Lexington.
Okay.
At either Liquor Barn or Total Wine. And so my problem always is no matter how much money I have set aside, it's not enough.
Never enough, bro.
There's always like 10 other bottles that you would wish you could have.
Didn't James Bond have a James Bond is never enough?
Time is not enough or something.
Never enough.
Yeah. I agree.
What is your dream? I think we talked about this before. What is your dream bottle to have? Like, what bottle do you really want to try? That's kind of it's hard for you to get.
So just bourbon or like any whiskey?
Any whiskey.
So there's a few. So in the bourbon world, I would love to get a William Lurie Weller. But that's just one of those things that you're never going to find. And I'd love to have a George T. Stagg as well, but
Stagg. I just want to try it.
I want to try the
Pappy Van Winkle.
There you go. I want to try it like that. I have to try that before I die.
What's that? I didn't hear what he said.
Pappy Van Winkle.
Oh yeah. Well, so I've had two. I've had the 10-year and the 12, and I mean they're good. I'm not saying like it's just that. I think that if you're really into whiskey, and especially if you enjoy higher proof whiskey, it's not going to blow you away. It's like it's okay. I mean, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of, it's like, oh yeah, that's good, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, I wish other than like Stagg, because I hear so much about it. I don't. My dream is just drinking Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's my dream. If somebody asks me, I just give me a good Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and I'm content. I'm such a basic person. I like trying new things, but I'm always when I love it. Like I like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Everything it tastes is good. And every time I drink Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, I've been smitten. I've been in love. Yeah.
Do you think like say like if you accomplish something big and then you had a whiskey that was hard to find, does the accomplishment and the whiskey make it better?
Yeah, you ask Sean or ask me?
Both of you guys.
Go ahead, Charles.
He knows me. I'm not gonna make nothing better for me. Like I'm already excited. Like this is weird to say, but it's true. Every moment of every day, I'm pretty excited about everything that I do. Like, so I don't get excited by extra stuff because I'm already into what I'm doing. So it doesn't make it any better because it's already great. You get what I'm saying? So this, like, before we got on the stream, ain't nothing was gonna make this better. There's nothing that can make this better. Like, how can it be better? It's great already. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm every time we get together and converse, I'm always extremely happy. So nothing can improve that. Or when I see B, I wish we were somewhere else. I'm just happy to see you, dude. How much better could it be? Not saying we haven't had great times, but every time we actually just let it go, it was great. Like, I've had some great times with you. So I don't know if I had a cigar, or it would be better if we were drinking. I don't think like that.
Okay, I have both.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like accomplishing, like doing that with a movie,
mm-hmm.
done writing something, and then I have my cigar and I have some good whiskey.
Yeah,
it makes it the experience better. I accomplished something. Like the final boss, you beat the final boss, and you drink some whiskey and or smoke a cigar.
Yeah,
but without. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, the problem. I'm just saying, without, it's still good without, beating the final balls or writing something. But it just seems it's a better feeling. It's another feeling. Mm-hmm. It amps it up when you beat a boss, you have a cigar, and you have some whiskey.
I understand it. I understand your thought. Go ahead, Sean.
So, I mean, I didn't really celebrate with whiskey at the time, but so when I finally got the big boss rank on Metal Gear Solid 4, that was an accomplishment. I mean, it took me probably, 10 tries, because, one mistake ruins it. If you could be 20 hours into the game and ruin it,
mm-hmm.
So, but, and then like life, let's see.
Wow.
So the thing is like, I don't put a lot of prestige, or I don't really like, jobs are just things that make me money. So I don't like, there's never been any kind of work related achievement that I've ever gotten that I ever cared about, because it's not a thing I care about, like, as an entire category. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I make money so I can buy things that I want to buy,
yes.
But it's not, So, so it's kind of odd that a video game accomplishment would matter more than anything at work. But
yeah, I get that though. I get the video game. I get a birth. I know people who had a child was born and they celebrated with a cigar, or with the child being born, it didn't need to be like money. So I get it.
For me, I'm gonna try. This is extremely interesting. Seeing people smile is the biggest compliment. Seeing people happy is the biggest compliment for me. Like, so no education, no retirement, no, I earned 1,000, 2,000 in 4 seconds. That doesn't, it makes you feel good.
Mustang. When you got your first Mustang.
But you asking me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So let me explain. I don't know where you're going with it, but it didn't mean that much.
But for me, because I knew your journey with the Mustang, or I knew like certain things that happen. You try to get it, some stuff knocked you down or whatever you couldn't get at the time, and then you got this beautiful one. You pull up in beautiful Mustang. I did not. It was gorgeous. Right?
Yes.
And I was like, man, my boy made it.
Yeah, I get that.
So that was like a moment to me that stuck out.
I get it. I totally understand. But see, I love this conversation. If you're thinking make something more enjoyable, and it's just the fun of it. The experience is great, but it's not no more greater. Like somebody said, what's your best experience? And I say it's every day. Like every day that I wake up and smile, I'm alive. It's a blessing, bro. So I'm happy all the time. Like stuff can always, there's always gonna be some type of external pressure or pain that I can't control, but it doesn't defeat the happiness of Brian sent me a text. Oh man, that's great. Because this is so awesome. I got a text. This is so awesome. I can hop on YouTube and talk to Sean, and he in Kentucky. I'm here. Man, I'm blown away by some of this stuff. So how can it get even better? Like it can, but it doesn't. Go ahead.
So just to add to what you were saying, Charles, I feel almost the same way. So like this stream with you and like talking with Hanging AZ and Templar and just hanging out like this is better to me than anything I could ever accomplish in any job, any car that I might own, because I don't view material things that way. I don't like a car is just a car. It's so what? It's a thing that I don't think that. I mean, personally, my belief is that doesn't add any value to you. So I would, but interaction between humans, I think that is valuable. So
I agree.
Like, this kind of stuff. This is like the highlight of my week. Sharing ideas, talking about stuff. I mean, because to me, even though we're doing it virtually, this is like hanging out with my boys.
Yeah, for real. I love to hang out with you. It's like I like people. I love people. I don't I'm not trying to. Okay, first I'm gonna say something. I don't always agree with everyone, but just your thoughts are yours. I respect that you don't think like me, whoever it is. I agree with you, but I'm not gonna ever see you as less human or love you any less because I don't agree with you. I may detest your actions. I may think things that people do are horrible, but I still love your humanity. So for me, is the kindness that people can show others means the most to me. Can I really help you without causing dissension or pain or hurt? And I don't want people we all can feel hurt, but don't hang in a hurt. And I want people to, if you love something, I love it. So if you want to buy a mansion and that makes you feel good, buy one. I'm gonna be happy for you. However, that shouldn't make it. I'm more happy because you're happy than the item. So if you want the Urs, which I like Urs, don't get it twisted, and you get the Urs and you're happy, I'm happy for you. But I'm gonna be just as happy for you if you just made a paper airplane and threw it and it made you smile. So that's all I want people to do is be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I mean, because either way, they accomplished the thing that they wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly. Just be happy.
Yeah.
So the same way with Demon Souls and all those games, when I defeated what the demon was defeated, I was happy. I was like,
and I think what it is overall is, even though a video game is not real life, so I'm not really equating things evenly, but I think what I enjoy more than anything is people that will stick through things and overcome adversity, no matter what it is.
I agree with that.
Whether it be fictional or in real life, and to see them accomplish whatever that thing is, and then see that satisfaction that they have, that's great. No matter what the thing is that they were doing, as long as it's something good. Yeah, I mean, because Hitler had some terrible things he wanted to accomplish, so I can't just say anything. But I mean, as long as the thing they're trying to achieve is good, then I'm happy to see them do that.
Yeah, I as long as you don't blatantly go out to hurt other people, I'm gonna respect you, because some things you do and you don't know the consequences of it. And at the time, it seems good, but it can be detrimental But I'm still not gonna be mad at you because you didn't know that creating the car was gonna do this to somebody else. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So I just want people to be happy and learn to love other people and just respect differences. And you know, if somebody is not hurting you and they don't want to do what you want them to do, then let them stay over there and I stay over here and we be good. Let's just be at peace. You know, as long as I don't see what you're doing and you don't break it to me, we good. That's my thing. You know, that's just the way I think.
I have something else.
Do you?
Got to real quick, Brian. For you just got to agree with Hanging AZ here. Yes, best thing about whiskey is sharing it and conversations. Go for it.
Yes, agree.
Go ahead and say what you're going to say, B.
I watched a great movie again today. I love this movie, but I haven't watched it in years. Edge of Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That movie was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just want to share that with you guys.
Excellent.
I watched it again, and I'm like, man, I forgot how good this movie was.
Yeah,
one of my favorite Tom Cruise movies for sure.
I agree.
I'm gonna make a joke. Every Tom Cruise movie is my favorite Tom Cruise movie.
I don't know if I can say that.
I can't. I actually, this is Tom Cruise is, if not the greatest actor ever, he's one of the top 5. So I'm because other people are still in there, but I really want to say my top 2. But then I'm biased, so I'm gonna change it to 5 because I can throw other people in there.
The older I got, is there a movie that you saw when you was a certain age, but as you got older, you appreciate it more?
You're not asking me this.
No.
Okay.
Sean.
What now? I'm sorry, I was reading, B.
Is there a movie that as you got older, you appreciated more as you got older? Like when you first saw it, you was like, okay, it's cool. But maybe like 10 years, 15 years later, you enjoy the movie more because you're older.
Yeah. Especially like historical pieces. Like for instance, like the first time I saw Shawshank Redemption, I was young, you know, and so I didn't appreciate all the little nuances about it. And now I do. So movies that are kind of in that genre that, even though that's not necessarily true history, like it's not like actually is Shawshank based on a true story? Now that I think about it, maybe it is. So maybe I have to take that back. But either way, movies like that where it's more about dialogue and people going through life and sharing thoughts and things like that. When you're young, I don't think you appreciate that as much as you do as when you get older. And so I think there's another one that's kind of like that is American Beauty. Because there's so many little character changes that go on in that movie. So things that are kind of like that. That you just kind of the human condition and people, working through this crazy world. I appreciate those kind of things a lot more now.
For me, the one I think of offhand is Eyes Wide Shut.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I seen it, I was like, man, this is good. But the older I got, I was like, oh man, this is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But American Beauty was one too. But what the funny thing about American Beauty is there's another movie that I recently watched. They said that American Beauty was based off of, I think it was Ebenista. I have it somewhere, but it kind of the story was similar, but I think it was it from France? But it was more hardcore than American Beauty, where it was like it didn't get the praise like American Beauty because it was so raw and ruthless.
Understood.
Then
yeah,
I love it so much.
That's cool.
I love the girl.
So I want to backtrack a little bit. So my 3 favorite Tom Cruise movies, not necessarily in order, but Jack Reacher, Edge of Tomorrow, and is it Collateral with Jamie Foxx, where he's an assassin? Like those 3 movies, I could watch them endlessly and be very happy. It's a great movie.
I'm gonna reiterate my statement. Every Tom Cruise movie is my favorite Tom Cruise movie. I don't care if it's Legend. I'm Tom Cruise in it.
And then Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness. This is my favorite live stream. Thanks, guys. Well, thank you, Templar, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thanks for saying that.
Okay.
If you watch it, it is just like just like.
This is the movie he's talking about. If you guys that he says is that.
Oh my!
American Beauty is based off of, correct?
It said it is similar. When I watch it, I'm like, okay, I can see how American Beauty it's similar.
Now, you're not just like passing off porn as like
No, there's no porn. There's no porn.
He does that. He does do that though. You would never know. He'll be like, Charles, this is an artistic movie, and then you see it, you be like, huh? Don't you see the camera angles? You see the lighting, Charles? But
so I want to get to what Hanging AZ's question here, but real quick first. So B, I'm curious why you appreciate Eyes Wide Shut more now.
Because when I first saw it, I was a little bit younger, and I'm like, this makes a lot of sense. I don't know if you know what happens in the story.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, years ago, but I've seen it.
Where, okay, I see, without offending people, just because she's your wife, your girlfriend or whatever, doesn't mean that
she doesn't have desires still.
Yeah.
But that's humanity. It's controlling our desires that it matters. It's not the fact that we all have that lust, greed, anger. That's when you control it.
I was curious if you appreciate it more for the conspiracy part. That's why I was asking.
Oh yeah, the conspiracy part.
Because supposedly they are reenacting like Illuminati like sex parties.
Yes, I knew that. He shook his head like no, but that is the whole part is a life that's beyond you. That even though you're upper echelon, is something so probably beyond you that we can control you, and you're not doing anything that we are not letting you do. Even though you think you come in, we know that you're here. We you don't know who's a part of it and who's not. That's what.
I understand that part, but I think that like Eyes Wide Shut, there's a group of people that need, like we talked about before. There's people that need to be in the matrix. If it makes sense, there's people that need to be in the matrix that can't pull themselves out, and if they pull themselves out, they're gonna go crazy.
Yes, understood.
And there's those that can look in it and jump in and out of the matrix when they want to, without it affecting. Well, enjoying both parts out of it and in it.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying. Going back to your statement, and something we talked about this lots of times. I always, and I think about this quite a lot because we talk so much. There's never been a movie that I appreciate more that I didn't appreciate when I was younger. I mean, if I understand, like I even as a youngster, and this sounds weird to say, I always understood everything for like the movies. It was never something that was so complex over my head that I got it now. And maybe, no, I can't even think of it. No, at all. Even when I was a young person, I kind of understood. You know what I mean? So once I was able to comprehend, either I liked it or I didn't. And what I can say is that what I have noticed is that I did notice the pacing of movies. Like when you're younger, I didn't notice that some movies were very, very slow. But when I got older, I said, this is really, really slow.
I agree. 100%.
That's the only thing I think I've noticed. Like, yeah.
I noticed that recently with
Star Wars is slow.
Exorcist.
First Star Wars is slow.
Exorcist, I was like, man, it took a long time to get to
the point
where she was like off the hook and doing wild stuff. I'm like, but when I was younger, it seemed like it didn't take that long.
But some movies pacing, they're so good to be slow. Like I look at Firefox. Have you watched Firefox?
Yes, I love
and Firefox has one of the best slow paces I've ever, like the way they build up the tension that you see with Clinton going through to get to the plane. You needed that in that movie. You needed it. So I can sit back and watch it, and I'm enthralled by how great it was. And I think, like, even as a kid, I thought it was great, right? But now as an adult, I really can understand the pacing of it, where I didn't as much as a kid. I just like the movie. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's the part that I guess you could say but I liked it as a kid. I didn't dislike it. I don't love it more. I just understand the pacing of it now. Because I think as a kid, I was just like, I want her to get the plane. I can't wait till you get the plane. I was just thinking that, like, why do you think I want to get the plane? And I got the movie, but I'm like, well, why can't I go through all this? But now I can appreciate that the whole teamwork it took to get him there and how much sacrifice people did just for him to keep the balance of power in the world. You know what I mean? Which is, I guess, it's crucial if you think about the world today. You know,
so
too many people.
Real quick. So, Hanging AZ, a lot of people have said this about Jack Reacher, and I'm sure that that's true. I know for a fact that what you're saying is true in the books, that Jack Reacher is a massive man in the books. And so Tom Cruise is definitely not that. But the thing is I don't ever read fiction books, so I would never have known that. I mean, and I probably never will. I understand that, they didn't translate everything perfectly from the book, but since I never read the books and I never will, it doesn't matter to me.
So it should have been The Rock.
He should look like The Rock.
Yeah,
he should look like The Rock.
Whereas Tom Cruise's name too. Okay, we get Tom Cruise. Be like, hey, we can make money.
But the problem is, though, if they would have got The Rock, he's not nearly as good of an actor. So,
to some people,
well, you know what?
Some people love The Rock.
The Rock.
Of course, I agree with you, Sean. I do agree.
What was the movie?
I'm just talking about his acting ability. I'm not talking about.
I agree with you, but I'm saying there's somebody out there who's a Rock fan that would disagree wholeheartedly with everything you said because they love The Rock. The Rock would say, "I'm anything," and they're not. It's always on that part when it comes to who people like and who's a good actor or not. That is subjective. People always argue that.
I like Faster from The Rock. That
was dope.
My favorite Rock movie was Faster.
But even the first one, the Rundown started off. He started off good. You're right. Started off good.
Yeah, I like the Rundown.
He's good.
Faster.
was he
the
was
whole
like,
story
was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
Templar posted this. Are you guys familiar with this at all? Riders of Justice? I'm not myself.
I am not.
What is it?
Looking for a good new movie and can handle subtitles? Check out Riders of Justice. Riders of Justice is a movie about writing on justice. Have you ever written justice and read subtitles? Then by all means, write that justice.
Riders of Justice.
I'm selling the movie. You should buy it.
So it was just weird casting. Talking about Tom Cruise. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, especially if you've read the books, then yeah, I would say it's weird casting.
Danish action comedy film.
Tom Cruise sells tickets. You put Tom Cruise on anything, you done made like $30 million on your own. Just for probably $100 million just putting his name on a movie.
So let's brainstorm here. So Hanging AZ suggested John Cena. The thing is, I don't like John Cena as an actor either. Now I'm not talking.
Have you seen what did this came out when he was the Peacekeeper Suicide Squad? Oh, he acted just
okay.
Good in that.
I have not. I've only seen his older stuff. To be fair,
he's the Suicide Squad, and you're going to change. He did real good in that one.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe I might have to recant on my statement.
You agree with that? Yeah, he did great.
What was the movie where he took his wife? I can't remember the name of that. They took his wife. And
the Marine?
Yeah, I think the Marine. Was that was John Cena, right?
I think it was the Marine.
But now I'm not talking about him as an action hero. I'm talking about acting.
Yeah, and we understand. But if you see Suicide Squad, I think he really did act because it was believable. Like acting means I believe that this person is really like that. Like if somebody that is likable can make, like Tom Cruise is probably one of the best. If he can make you hate him, if he can, like Robert Downey Jr., Tropic Thunder, they both, when you can make me as a black man believe that you played a black man accurately, man, you were acting your ass off. You know how incredible, I don't care what people say, how off the hook of actor Robert Downey Jr. is, or Tom Cruise is. Even, I got to give Jamie Foxx his credit.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. Yep.
Can act.
What's the movie with I think it's Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. to get together, right? And Jamie Foxx is like a homeless
Soloist.
Yeah, that is a phenomenal movie. I mean, both of them are amazing in that. I mean, you believe both of them are the characters they're playing.
And that's a good actor. A good actor can make you love them or hate them. If you can, that's how you know they have range. If I can make you hate, I can make you somebody you love. I love when they say they don't think they were fit for this part, and then they play the part, and they're like, "My gosh!" That's how you know. Like they said, Robert Downey Jr. He can't play Iron Man, but this dude came in and conquered it. Yeah, conquered it. Then he went and played Sherlock Holmes. Okay, and so then you're like, "What?" But
he was good.
Yeah, he's good. But you gotta go less than zero.
He was good. He was good before. Yeah. Is that now he's clean and he's conquering.
So I do believe in redemption. I believe that you gotta give people chances.
Even sometimes Samuel Jackson, dude.
Yeah, dope. He's a dope actor. And he's dope.
He make you mad in Django, right? Like the way he acted was like, man, this dude is
Samuel L. is dope. People hate on John Travolta, but he can act.
I agree.
People don't even, it's Sylvester Stallone can act. People say, if you can play
cool, what was that one with the any broken arrow?
Yeah,
ain't it cool? Like, I love seeing John Travolta or Nicolas Cage as a villain.
Yeah, they're both great. Nicolas Cage can act his ass off.
Yeah,
because he can do both. So but I think sometimes it's roles and money gets involved.
Well, I think it's the roles he picked. At the same time,
it's money.
Like a lot, like mostly lately, like more the horror industry love him because he was even cool in Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah,
you see that yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, like he didn't say really nothing. He didn't say that much, but he was acting really good, but didn't say much in Willy's Wonderland.
So a couple questions. I want to.
Like him.
Good actor with a wrestler's body. Not too many people in that category. Who can we think of that's a good actor that's huge? We got to combine our minds here. And
we're from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's trying to seem to be good.
I do think so. I do agree with his name. I got two people. I got to see him in more movies though. Drax the Destroyer. It's like he's really good. I can't think of his name.
He used to be a wrestler too.
Yeah, Drax the Destroyer, and I also think the dude who played the Game Over movie where you just had me Boss Level. He's kind of yoked up too, and a decent actor if you really pay attention. You ever seen the movie Boss Level?
Nope, haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Watch it. He's in your. It's kind of like Edge of Tomorrow. Live, Die, Repeat, whatever they call it. It's the same movie. So yeah, Boss Level. He's a decent actor. It's so funny. Boss Level is so funny. It's ridiculous.
I think that we didn't see his full potential though. What's the dude who died? The Shawshank Redemption dude. I think eventually he would have something. The
brother.
Yeah.
The big buff brother.
What was his name?
Can't think of it.
Michael.
Hanging AZ is saying boss level actor is Frank Grillo.
Yes. Yeah. Frank Grillo is good. He's kind of yoked up too. So I'm Frank Grillo. He played in Ultron, Age of Ultron, or no, Captain America's Winter Soldier. He was and in Civil War, he was a good guy turned bad guy. That's Frank Grillo.
Okay.
He was the one Cap. Come on, Cap. That one.
What's his name?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah, Michael Clark Duncan. I think Michael Clark Duncan would.
Yeah.
He played Kingpin real good.
Yeah, I think he was good at Kingpin.
Unfortunately, he's dead, so that ruins that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I miss that dude though. Yeah, I mean, like in the Green Mile, amazing. I mean, yeah.
But Frank Grillo has a wrestler's body, yoked, cut up, but he can act. People don't know, but if you pay attention to Boss Level, I'm like, okay, this dude can really act, man. He really made you believe that he cared about his son, and the lady, like the wife, like kept him from him, and he was like, man, nothing's more important than spending as much time getting to know my son. And he kept dying, learning about it. That's all he cared about. I'm gonna learn my son. I'm gonna do everything. That was, you got to see Boss Level, man. It's people sleep. If you haven't seen it, it's maybe a cliche movie. It's on Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, we'll check it out. All right. So what was I going to ask? Forgot now.
Not Hulu. Even though we're drinking Nulu, it's a Hulu.
Yeah. Let me look back here. There was something that sparked my interest. I'm probably going to forget now. Anyway.
Hey, Sean, did you ever drink the Angel's Envy? Did you try it? Did we talk about it?
So, I mean, because I'm saving it for a review.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is upcoming for sure. So real quick, I'm going to do a quick screen share here. Let me see if I can figure out share. Oh, let's see here. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Split it.
Doing stuff? Can we hear it?
No, you're not sharing the screen. You got to hit the share, and then you're not sharing the screen.
Okay.
You're here, but you're not sharing the screen, so you got to hit that share button.
Okay. What am I doing wrong here? Here we go. Share.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Let's back it up. Start over. All right. So I picked this up right here. Pretty proud of this find. So this.
You stop sharing the screen. You switch it back.
Oh, I did. Oh, I see. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Can you see me as well?
Yes.
Okay, good. There we go. So I found this, and now we're gonna drink it.
Hold on.
All right.
So that's the Willet and Blacken, right? Blacken and Willet.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that's probably my favorite Metallica song of all time anyway. So I've been waiting for a long time to buy this bottle, but I didn't buy it because it's a celebrity whiskey, and I just don't generally do that. But this is a limited edition cast strength blackened. So let's do this.
Go for it.
If I think it's fantastic, I'll send some your way, Charles. Which, speaking of, I keep talking about it, and I got at least 2 things I need to send you, and just time and unforeseen occurrences, man.
We understand. Life happens. It happens all the time. Unlike most people, I don't know most people, but we work, and sometimes you work a lot of hours, and sometimes you got to get car repairs or take people to hospital visits or do what life calls, and you can't sleep. I do that sometimes. I did it today. So, you know, it's life goes on. So, like, sometimes you got to relax and recuperate. I wish I could do a video every single day. I want to, but sometimes I got to mitigate it with other things I want to do. Like, most people don't know, I like to work out. So I got to work out, and I got to cook, and I got to dream. I play video games. I'm talking, you know.
So many things to do.
For a little time.
So what are you guys drinking over there, man? I'm breaking out something new. What are you drinking, Charles?
We can.
I let producer B pick it out.
There we go. Sounds good.
You know what? Old Fitzgerald. We didn't like it that much.
Which one?
It tastes better though. We had a 9-year Old Fitzgerald.
Go for it.
Been sitting a while.
I don't remember not liking it. Well, maybe it's.
So the nose is nice. Got a light oak. A little caramel, brown sugar, pretty typical.
It's not Creek is great.
And by the way, Templar, this is, I guess, if you're just tuning in, I guess you saw not just any Metallica whiskey. This is strength Metallica whiskey.
Okay, he brought me this. I do remember this now. The one you made me look old on, the old one. I'll try it.
But now, granted, I have not tasted it yet, but this is supposedly Dave Pickerel, who is a very famous blender, is supposedly involved in this. So I don't know. We'll see. It's 110.7 proof. So we'll see what it's all about. The nose is nice. I'll say that. A nice nose on it. Man, yes. Okay, so Hanging AZ, we're going to get to that later today. So Long Branch is the review that's coming out tomorrow on my channel. So look for that, and we're going to sip a little bit of that later. You guys, you have Long Branch, don't you, Charles?
Yeah, it's good too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I'm giving away probably how the review will go tomorrow, but it's good.
That means you liked it.
He said, yeah, it is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say. I'm like, it is good. I didn't front. You know, Wild Turkey, man. I can't front, man. They may actually be the best budget brand ever. What do you think? The best budget brand? I think it may be Wild Turkey.
So I go back and forth between Old Forester and Wild Turkey. Mm-hmm. Like, those two are always fighting it out for me. Mm-hmm. For my love. It's like my 2 children.
I understand. I understand. Like if my 3 sons or the other one, my 2 wives. I'm joking. I had to do that. You only get you one.
So I got to say the nose is nice. I like the nose on this Metallica cast strength Blacken. The taste is good. It's better than the Nulu. I'll give them that, and it's cheaper than. Well, it's about the same. This was, I think it was $45, And this is a Kroger exclusive. So if you guys got Kroger near you,
Nope.
maybe you can pick it up.
We don't have Kroger out here, do we?
I think they do. Just not close. Just like they got Aldi's now. I didn't know they had Aldi's out here.
They do?
Yeah, they got Aldi's. Been out here for some years.
What's the one with the gopher? I want to eat there. I heard that place is cool.
What's that about?
It's like a gopher.
Wait, I'm surprised you guys didn't have Aldi sooner. I mean, because that's kind of, I mean, it started as kind of a Spanish market. So I'm surprised that didn't hit California sooner.
Oh yeah, they've been here for some years, but I didn't even know. I didn't know we didn't.
It's like a blue label, right?
Aldi's is
the
same
size.
store.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know they started recently building more. So now they got to. I didn't know.
There's something with a gopher. They have it's a gopher. They have like a lot of snacks you can eat inside, but they use like a gas station, and they have like a lot of like nice good food in the gas station. Like they say, like you can go to this gas station and have dinner. The food is that good.
It's living on
Beaver.
I don't know, but I can tell you stuff I know that we don't have that they had on the East Coast. Like we never had Hardee's. Hardee's is called Junior.
Yeah.
We never had Dairy Queen, Waffle House, all those places I went when I lived on the East Coast that didn't have out here.
And you guys don't have Checkers, you have Rallies, right?
Correct.
I forgot that.
Yeah.
See, we got Rallies, but I've been at so many Checkers, I forget. Because I've been on the East Coast. I was there for years, so that's the difference. Okay, you give me that look. I already know.
So what I'm getting on the taste, and actually, Brian, you might like this because there's kind of a Scotch aspect to this, kind of like that sherry finish. Because actually, this is finished in black brandy casks, and so you can kind of tell that because there's kind of that raisiny note that you talk about a lot in Scotches. I'm kind of getting that.
The Macallan, the Belvini, the raisiny, pruny. You do like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. When I'm just drinking.
Oh, you drink for zero.
I'm talking about this guy right here.
Yeah, he's listening to you, but his face is like you walk in a room and somebody didn't use air freshener and it just smells.
Wait, the bottle is beautiful, right? You gotta show the bottle is beautiful, right? But it just do not deliver.
Yeah.
I think people like the 8-year better than that 9.
You scared me scared to drink on it now. I'm trying to listen to Sean.
So I'm thinking that like if you're a fan of Scotch and brandies as well as bourbon, then you're probably going to like this more than I do. I'm typically not big a fan of Speyside Scotches or brandies. It's just not my thing, really.
Did you try the Belvini? You didn't like the Belvini?
I still haven't got it yet.
Oh. Yeah, the Belvini is good.
I've been broke, Charles. I'm gonna be honest. I've been broke. So
the Cash App, man. You got a Cash App on your page, man. Donate for the cause. Man, get the Belvini. It's nothing. You get the Cash App. Let me go check the page. Or maybe join a Patreon. If I join your Patreon, you go buy some Belvini. No, I'm joking.
You know what? You're honestly, I do need to put the Cash App on there. I just been lazy, but I need to do that. I need to make more ways for people to give me money if they'd like to. Because right now, all I got is the Patreon, and I know that's kind of difficult. Not everybody wants to sign up for like a monthly thing, so I get that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Real quick though, I've kind of been ignoring the comments. Okay, so Hang AZ just had the Old Forester 100. It is almost interchangeable. Now you mean interchangeable with the Long Branch, I assume? Yeah, which is if that is what you mean, that's interesting because the 100 proof is about $10 cheaper, at least in my area. So that's actually saying something pretty positive for Old Forester. And then Templar, have Kroger, no liquor, state-run stores. That sucks. Wait, Templar, I forget, where are you at? You told us last week, and I forgot. I apologize.
Arizona, I think.
Arizona?
I think. Oh, that's Hang AZ. One of them. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I know. It seemed like Templar was in Texas, but I'm probably wrong. My memory's terrible, so.
Yeah.
And Whiskey
I'm gonna make a restroom run myself. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make a restroom run.
Okay.
He'll be here.
All right. I'm just reading the comments. So, Whiskey Wars, do you notice any trace? Wait, no, I'm reading this wrong. Let me do it over here where I don't have a crack on my screen. Do you notice any taste difference between newest Wild Turkey 101 bottle with older bottle? Now, so here's the thing: is so I had killed my old bottle with the old design, and then I didn't buy one for like a month. And when I bought the new one seemed spicier, like a lot more cinnamon spice to me, which I don't mind, but it's hard to say if I just didn't remember it properly. Because to me, it seemed like the old bottle was more like a cinnamon bubblegum, like Big Red or something like that. That's kind of what the prominent note that I got on the old bottle seemed like. Whereas this is more just kind of a spicy cinnamon, the new bottle. Seems like to me. But either way, I still like the new bottle. And then Kroger Fries has crappy bourbon selection here. Well, that sucks. I have a Johnny Walker Black that is tipping towards the drain. Well, that makes sense. Now, Charles and B, you guys speak pretty highly of Johnny Walker, but we're talking about the blue label here, which is a whole different animal.
It is.
But I've had Johnny Walker Black many, many times, like in bars and all kinds of places. And yeah, personally, I think it's trash. If you,
I was surprised. Blue label. It's a backflip jump from black to blue label.
Yeah,
it's a total.
I don't like black. I don't even like black either.
Yeah, but I know that. Like
I guess to me, it's just there's nothing really going on. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a whiskey. I'm going to forget that in 5 seconds.
That's a whiskey.
There's nothing about it that's like, oh yeah, like I remember multiple times trying it and just thinking, there's not any note in this that I really enjoy. It's just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Like you have no redeeming quality other than being whiskey. Nothing. I don't want to drink you. No, thank you. But don't you like whiskey? Yes, but I don't like you.
And so this is my dilemma, like we've talked about in the past, is that it's the Scotch dilemma to me. So because for the price that Johnny Walker Black is, I could get Wild Turkey 101, I could get Old Forester 100, I could get all kinds of stuff, and I would much rather drink those. So Scotch has got to step it up.
Here's a Scotch that you should try.
You keep saying that.
This is one you should try.
We're going to send you some.
Yeah, you should try this. I really think you should. Let me just a little bit.
So, in your guys' opinion, because I was not at all impressed by the Macallan 12.
There's a difference.
Oh,
there's a big difference between 12 and 18.
There's a difference. It's a difference. It's a difference. Big difference. Because I'd pick the Belvini over the Macallan 12, but not the 18.
Yeah, not the 18. The 18 is delicious.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Belvini and the Macallan 12 are close in price, so like that makes sense. Now the question is, what do you prefer, Johnny Walker Blue or Macallan 18?
It depends. Like they're totally different. Like for smoothness, for like the most perfectly just balanced Scotch, I would pick the Johnny Walker because it's just like it's nothing wrong with it. It's like it just tastes good. But
even this right now,
for the experience, it's this because after you drink it, it's not when you drink it. It's once you take a sip, you finish, and then it hits after that. It's like
this is
after.
Going, I saw this like a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
And it's just going. It's going.
The aftertaste.
The
best aftertaste ever.
Fruit. Like fruit in a basket. Fruit in the basket.
Can I say something? I'm sorry. Please forgive me, everyone. But have you ever? This is one thing. You ever had that woman and you were with her, and then after you left, you still just sit there thinking about it?
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
That's what this is. You just like, man, wow.
So
that's what it is.
After
you drink it, you just
going home stuck in traffic, and you like,
man, that was good. Yeah, exactly. That was good. That's I'm just using. That's the best analogy I can.
Going home stuck in traffic. Yeah, I've been there.
Man, it was good. I'm gonna turn around.
Now, like, hey, you still awake? Hey, can I come back over?
Yeah, I didn't say it. You did, but yes, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. It's just the drinking is good. It's good when you're there, but once you drink it and it lingers, you're like, oh, it was that. It's the aftertaste. It's yeah. But for the experience, for the experience, is this for just the perfect Scotch that's just well balanced? Blue Label. Yeah, it's
Okay,
a
so
cold.
I think I see what you're saying. Okay, so but I want to narrow in because B kept saying fruit basket. So like, what kind of fruits are you getting? Like, if you had to describe them.
Apples, bananas, peaches, oranges.
So the
cornucopia of fruit. Said cornucopia of fruit.
All the fruits.
All the fruits. It's fruity.
All right,
You gotta give me another. See, I'll get a glass. I think, or pour this in the. Yeah, I hate to waste it, but this Old Fitzgerald's is
it's terrible.
Yes.
I ain't gonna let you waste it. So if you ain't gonna drink it, I'll drink it.
Oh, that's cool. That'll work here.
So B, if you guys see this in your area, I feel like you would like this because it's like somewhere between like a Scotch and a bourbon.
Pour some water. I'm listening.
So for those of you that are watching this that like both, if you like Scotch and you like bourbon, I feel like you're probably going to like this more than me. And when I say I don't like Scotch, I mainly mean I don't like Space Guide Scotch that much. Now Charles and B are trying to convert me.
I'm going to pour some Blue Label and get some Macallan right now and tell you if I could pick which one I'm going to pick. Does he,
there we go. Let's do them back to back here. Let's.
You talked him into it, and he talked me into it.
We're gonna get a final answer.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of the Blue Label. I think it's just all you need is a little bit. There you go. Here's the top. We're going Blue Label, buddy. We're Blue Label.
Because as Hangin' AZ said, Blue Label is like $2.75 a pop. That is true for sure.
Oh my God. I can tell you right now, for a perfect like that peat smoky taste, perfect. If you like smoky, this okay. If I had to choose which one I want to drink, just to say I drank it, it'd be the Blue Label.
More than
Macallan 18.
Yeah.
But the Macallan 18 is a better experience. This is dope though. Like what I mean, but it's not. It's like it's just perfect. That's like dude, just tasting it. It's like it kind of made me want to push the Macallan 18 away. But I still love the experience of drinking Macallan 18. But this stomps on that. I think it does. What do you think? The Blue Label stomps on the Macallan 18, don't you think? As far as the way it tastes, but the Macallan 18
is
afterwards.
The Macallan 18 you can drink on a lot more. I think you want to drink the Macallan 18 more every day.
I agree.
I
agree.
This is get a Blue Label. Oh my God.
Yeah. I would prefer to drink this way more than this. But this is so like great taste. Like it's like you'll get worn out with this though. This will wear you out. It will wear you out because
peat seems to.
It's just that smoke, but it's not hot. It's just it's like a perfect balance. It's like you gotta try it, dude.
So now there is a lot of peat presence in the Blue Label.
Yes. How do you think? Yes, but it's perfect. It's perfect though. It's not over peat monster.
Charles. So here's why I asked, because I can already tell you then I'm going to prefer the Blue Label for sure, because I don't personally I find Speyside scotches, which is what Macallan 18 is, I find them to be kind of boring compared to bourbon.
You won't find a Macallan to be boring. Trust me. We drink bourbon with you. You would not find it to be boring. I don't know, you will not.
Well, I mean, maybe not, but I mean, I prefer a peaty Scotch. Like that's the Scotches I go after. I mean, because Ardbeg is super peaty.
Have you ever had a peat monster? Have you heard of a peat monster?
You talking about from Ardbeg? Yeah.
No.
It was
Compass Box. Compass Box makes peat monster. Compass Box it's actually called peat monster.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking, what's a? I thought for sure Ardbeg. Anyway, okay, go continue.
Compass Box Peat Monster, and but that's a peat monster. This is like a perfect peat. Like it's not too much. It's like subtle. So it's like a good barbecue with that smoke is just like You can taste it, but it's not overpowering, but it's there. You taste the smoke from the barbecue chips or whatever it is, or whatever this is what this is. It's not overpowering, but it's there. And you can taste it, but it's not too much. It's subtle. It's just
so what are the other notes that you're getting with the kind of the smokiness? Because so like Ardbeg to me comes across as like smoked salmon, which I really like, but not everybody does.
Okay, we can put that there, but I can get that.
But now, what's the Blue Label experience like?
He said stop. I can get what you're saying, but for this, it's
I'm
gonna go. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm passionate.
Go ahead. Be passionate. Let it flow.
I get peaches, a pineapple.
Peaches. Pineapple.
Man.
So you get mint?
No.
It's raining.
No. The smoke seemed like okay. I don't know. Have you ever had grilled peaches or pineapple?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it remind me of.
Like, okay, yeah, I get that. I get what you're saying, but
pineapple. Oh man, this is delicious. Like I see, like why it's rated so high because it is really good.
Yeah, it is. It's all on. It's more on the citrusy side. I can say that. But it also has like a little bit of lavender through in there, a little bit of a subtleness, like the flowery type things there too. So it's not overly citrusy. It's like perfectly balanced. That's the best way I can say it. It's like the peat is there mixed with fruity, but also floral notes. So it's like, just good, man. That's the best way I can explain it. Like it's not indescribable. It's not, but it's
you get a lot.
It's warm. Like it's not. It's the warmth is subtle but great, and it lingers and is increasing as more you keep drinking it. It's like
you guys carry it for a second. I gotta hit the bathroom.
Okay.
It's like if we can say.
Okay, it's like being passionate with the glass. That's what it is. Being passionate with the glass.
Yeah, like each sip is like
ecstasy.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm this way. No, but I'm this way too, and I'm like this.
It's like being
complex.
Better yet, it's like being ambidextrous. It means it can use its left hand and its right hand too. It can do backflips and it can be subtle. It can be submissive but aggressive. It's all those things. So I think that it's just excellent Scotch blended to perfection. What's going on? You guys talking about? That long Lagavulin 18 transformed me to the Mears of Scotland, complete with band fire. I only indulge during the winter. Lagavulin is great. That's another one. Lagavulin too.
Oh yeah,
that's great. Yeah, Lagavulin 18. I've never had 18.
We did
18.
No, we didn't have 18.
18. I've never had.
No, we never had 18.
No, not 18. You better pull out more. It is good, but. Yeah, but you said it first. You will get tired of it faster than you like. This is great taste. Like it's fantastic. I think if I could pick one, it's like it's $2.75 a pop. I would pick it, but I would rather drink this all the time than that because this is like it's too much. Like it's more subtle. This is more the finishes. It's the after effect of this. Yeah. But the Blue Label is better, just to share people. The Blue Label is better. Oh, man. Had to go Irish to end up in Mexico. I'm half Irish. Can't you feel the ghost? Hey, go ahead, bro. I can overthrow him. No, I'm sorry. I always think that. How come I'm always getting... like when people say Ireland and Scotland, I know they're different, but sometimes I get them confused in my head. I do. I'm like Conor McLeod from Glenn McLeod, but he's Scottish. I was Irish, something like that. But James Bond, he's Irish or is he Scottish? I don't know. See, I be forgetting. See, I keep forgetting. Not in love anymore. I'm joking. What's going on, people? Hey, good to hear you back, Sean. Yeah, just to try. You would love the Blue Label. Blue Label ain't nothing like nothing like it. If Black Label was like Blue Label, it would probably be I would talk about Johnny Walker all the time, but it's not. So you'll never hear me talk about it other than Blue Label.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I would, out of Macallan 18 and Blue Label, I have a feeling I would probably lean more towards Blue Label. You're making me want to buy it now because that's kind of right up my alley, like the kind of the peat and that kind of stuff.
It's good, man.
So real quick, I mean, maybe you guys already addressed this, but I'm mostly just stick to bourbon. Last time I drank Irish whiskey, I woke up in Mexico with no shoes. So it's funny to me that you say that because personally, I always feel like Irish whiskey is like the lighter brother of bourbon. Like, it's like.
You hear what he said? That was funny. He said that's like the white brother of bourbon, and I get what he said. I get what he's saying so much. It's hilarious. That was funny.
I mean, because like it's so light and it's so light and easy and just kind of like it's cool. Like it's just like that's nice, but it's not. It doesn't have the bold. It doesn't have the boldness. It doesn't have that like kind of southern swagger that bourbon has.
So you saying that Irish whiskey is a brother from another mother for bourbon?
Yeah. So realistically,
Let me laugh.
Like a lot of the people that started making bourbon were Irish immigrants, but they had that southern swagger, so it made it a little bolder.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, man.
So I as far as categories go, bourbon is my favorite. I think everybody that watches me knows that. But then
you like bourbon? No, I'm just asking. So you like bourbon?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So do you like whiskey? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, I can act.
But, and then, all right, yeah, I'm not an actor.
I can see.
Some days I think it's okay. It's just that, I'm really trying to cut back on my alcohol content. So I've cut back to wine spritzers. I think that's the healthier way to go. So for all those out there that are trying to be healthy, drink wine spritzers. That's my advice.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Anyway,
he said drink wine spritzer. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. See, but let's talk about health in whiskey. No, but this is serious.
Health and whiskey.
Let's talk about health.
Well, let me address the categories of whiskey first. Then we'll get to health. Irish and like peaty Scotch, I go back and forth as to what's my second favorite. But it really just depends on the mood I'm in. So if I'm in the mood for something really light, like if it's been like a really long, hard, hot day and I've like sweat a lot and I don't want to drink anything high proof, then I might grab an Irish. But if I want something that kind of complements like barbecue or like smoked fish, then I might grab like a peaty Scotch. So that those two kind of battle it out for my second place as far as favorite.
Okay. I'm about to be all of you. I'm making jokes, but this is me. This is real, somewhat. All of you first, pray for me. A second, I enjoy drinking. I enjoy drinking immensely, a lot. However, I have to learn to mitigate that because I have things to do. So I don't think it's ever a bad time to drink. And I think that the problem is sometimes, how do I explain this so it makes sense and it doesn't sound bad? I enjoy so much sometimes that it makes me hungry. That's I'm making jokes right now, but that's really the problem is sometimes I try to fast and then we have a conversation and somebody offers me something that has 0 carbs, which is great to eat. I would drink when you're fasting, but then I start getting hungry. So that's the problem. That's my joke. It probably wasn't funny, but I threw that out there.
No, I mean, I said the same thing jokingly in one of my videos. I mean, because it is true. Whiskey has no carbs. So like for those that are diabetic or, if you're just trying to cut down on your sugar content or whatever the case, whiskey actually is a healthy option. But the caveat has to be in moderation.
But I don't know why. I end up wanting to eat if I drink. Like I just like I feel that's my problem. That's really what I say. Because it can mess up my whole me. I try to eat within usually an 8-hour period. I do that. I don't know if people knew that. Sometimes I eat once a day. Sometimes I eat twice. But once I start drinking, then I want to eat. Then I got to reset my thing, and that's why I say, I don't. I'm human. I'm on air, so sometimes I might eat 3 times in a day. And that's it. That's all it is. And I'm like anyone. Even though I enjoy drinking, sometimes I will take time off from drinking, even though I enjoy it, because I just feel like I need to give my body some peace. And then my brain still be like, let's drink. Like, no, Charles, let's see if we can go 2 or 3 weeks.
I agree.
But I enjoy drinking because I want to drink. But I can do that. So that's what I'm saying. So that's just me. And that's those. So but I don't think there's anything wrong with people drinking every day. If you can control it and you can do what you need to do and you're safe and responsible, by all means, drink. I would never tell somebody not to drink, but you should be able to control it and be responsible. And that's what people got to learn. And one thing about whiskey, you don't need much. You can just drink a little bit. We haven't had much. Like if we had, I don't think today even drink it all. If I filled it all the way up, all the drinks we had hadn't been a full glass. I've been sipping, and that's it.
So I've had
the Nulu's still here. And this is we're calling. We still got the blue label. I'm just sipping a little bit at a time. I don't want to waste it, but I got the 6-7 drain over there, so he can finish it all.
I've had 3 Porsche tonight. I still feel like I'm coherent. I can still talk fine. And so like you were saying, Charles, is that. I think that's the problem, is that you can enjoy alcohol as long as you can control yourself. That's what it really comes down to. And so, I think it's an amazing thing. It's a social lubricant, as many people have said. And so it gets the conversation flowing, especially people that are maybe introverted and, don't feel as confident speaking in large groups. It kind of helps, the words start coming out. And it makes things easier, makes people maybe somewhat more confident or more at ease. And so, like I said earlier, that there is nothing more fun to me or more enjoyable than what we're doing right now. Sharing some whiskey, having some conversations, chatting with folks across the world. That's amazing. The fact that we can do that is amazing to me.
It blows me away. So let me get into health. Like I can't tell people how to be. Like I like to work out. I don't know how to. I really like to work out. People don't even know. If I could, on an average, like let's say, if I can always control my environment, I'll do 300 to 500 push-ups a day. If I trust it's clean. That's just me. Other people are not like me. So what I say is try to mitigate your passion and put some of your passion, like reward yourself. So if I know I'm going to drink some whiskey and get inebriated, then the next day I may, go walking for an hour or 2, just because so I reward myself from working out with whiskey, or I try to make it much more fun. Like I have a lot of fun. So I'm just trying to tell people you can be healthy and drink. Don't ever think it's not healthy, because listen, if our infrastructure broke down and you couldn't get clean water, you can always get alcohol. Truthfully, when they didn't know how to purify water, they were drinking alcohol. I'm just being honest.
And historically, beer saved colonies of people for hundreds of years.
People don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't even get deep into it. Yeah, and one thing I am opposed. Somebody said after 40, I can't handle hangovers. Man, I hate hangovers. And I a real hangover. I haven't had a real hangover. At
the time we had to go somewhere.
Probably 20 years ago. Like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Probably more than 20 years ago. I haven't had a hangover for real. Like I've had headaches, but that's not from drinking. It's from not drinking enough water or something else. But then not enough sleep. But from alcohol, I can't remember the last. I can't remember the last time I've been drunk. Drunk.
Tell you today.
It's been more than 20 years, probably.
Well, look.
Maybe not. Let me take that back.
I'm not going to put a number on mine.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, like where you can't remember, like really on that level.
But I had blacked out a couple of years ago. That was a terrible thing to happen. But I blacked out for like a second. And what happened,
I know what you're talking about.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I remember that.
But other than that. It was years ago when we had to go to a meeting. Me and you had to go to a meeting, and we was partying the night before the meeting, and it was we didn't even want to go.
Yes, yeah.
That's the worst time I ever felt.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you said this. We're going on a different subject. What if I could tell my 20-year-old self, this 47-year-old Charles could tell my 20-year-old self, slow down. That's what I would say, dude. Listen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy it. That's all I would say. Because I before I wanted to get to it too, like instantly. So all of this would have been drinking like 3 seconds, and I'm like, party.
Yeah.
You
didn't care about the taste.
Yeah, I didn't care. I wanted to get to the point. Yeah. So now, like I enjoy the conversation and the interaction more than I enjoy the drinking. Like I enjoy drinking because the Blue Label is effing fantastic. It's fantastically fantastic. That's what the F means. So I like that. So that's what it is. And I don't have to, like, we just said, I'm tired, let's go, and whatever. I can just stop and be cool. Or when I was younger, I wanted to get to the point. I wanted to get there. Now I don't. I just want to enjoy, interact, and have fun, man. This Blue Label was great. The Knob Creek 9 was great. Nulu, it's not horrible. If I can get it, if I can get it for $20, I think it would be more appropriate than the $40 price. But I still wouldn't rate it above other stuff that's $20. So I would like Bottled and Bond Evan Williams over this. And that's bad to say. And this is a barrel like Bottled and Bond Evan Williams kicking his all in the butt, kicking it.
Before we get a whole lot farther, Charles, I just want to touch on what you said there. And you got 10 years on me, but still, even at 38, I wish I could go back and tell my 20-year-old self, my 15-year-old self, hey, dude, slow down. You don't need to do life this way. This is not the right way to live your life. Because there's so many conversations and things I could have learned at that age that I didn't because I was busy partying and doing stupid crap. And instead of just having a chill conversation with your friends and getting to actually know each other, it's just partying nonstop. And so you don't even really know who the people are that you're partying with because you don't have any conversations. You don't know what their ideas are. You don't know how they feel about life. You don't know any of those things because all your whole conversation is, all right, how many beers can we drink or how many shots can we do? And that's stupid. I mean, looking back at it now, that is a stupid way to live your life. So yeah, that's what I got.
That's hard sometimes because sometimes I've met fantastic people in the stupid stuff I've done. Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that.
The fact that I was young and I trusted certain people to come to my house that if I would have thought about it now, I would have never done.
Yeah.
It put me in position to know certain things because I trusted them and they were cool people.
Yeah.
But if I thought how I thought now, sometimes I probably would I would have never had this person just come over without having the strap ready to go.
I get what you're going. I never really thought like that. I understand you, but me, I always thought, like, if you know me, I've always been a deep conversation. I was like what Sean was saying, I've always wanted those conversations. I was always that one who tried to initiate the conversations, and they'd be like, "Stop it, Charles! Why you always gotta be like that?" And I'd be like,
one bad thing about that.
Go ahead.
To me, you are more like a process of greatness of something that's great, right? Like breaking down the movie Jaws of how Jaws worked, where sometimes in certain situations they don't want to hear that. They want to just have a party you.
I get it.
They want the party you. They don't want the
process
you. They want just you to have fun and just be wild.
Yeah.
They don't want to be like, I'm 22. I don't want to hear what's going to come. I want to hear the fun.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've been wild, but even my wild was still.
So if I can touch on what B was saying there and kind of coalescing all of our conversations of the whole night together, so just like when we were talking about earlier about my appreciation for movies, it's the same thing. When I was young, I was worried about being entertained, and not just with alcohol, but with movies. That was the whole premise of my life, is finding things to entertain, things that were fun, nothing intellectual, nothing that really stimulated the mind, nothing that drew you closer to other humans. It just, that's just what it was. But at the same time, there is things that you can gain from that, for sure. You can gain some kind of knowledge or wisdom from that. But I think looking back at it, I think there's better ways to go about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because even though I did gain things from those experiences, I think that a lot of it is lost time. Personally. Now, I know my experience is probably different than most people's. Because, I mean, just a lot of what I experienced as a young person was violence and chaos and partying way too much because of the lifestyle that revolves around that. And it's a lot of wasted time, honestly. So
we all learn. We all waste time. For me, man, I'm just appreciate. I appreciate today. Every day for me is the best day ever. It's fun. Like I'm just thinking about how much. Like for me, I enjoy any type of conversation where I learn about other people. Learning about you is great. You learn about me is great. Learning about other people, even people in the chat. I want to know where you live, how you feel, what do you like to drink, what don't you like to drink? If you drink, how often do you drink? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite movie? I like to know these things. It's fun for me. If you could change something about your life, what would you change? If you could go anywhere on the planet Earth, where would you go? Do you feel complete as a human? And if you feel incomplete, why? I like those type of questions. It's great for me. And I feel like I've always been like that. And no matter what, I don't want anyone ever to feel alone, because there's always somebody who wants to understand you. And I want to understand other people, regardless of what they think. I want to understand you. If you hate everyone on the planet Earth, I'm the person who wants to know, why do you hate them? Can you tell me? And I'll listen to you, because if you hate me for listening to you, I want to know that. So that's just the way I look at it. So, man, I'm appreciative of just the conversations in general. I wish more people were more uplifting. Sorry, I can't uplift Nulu. I'm sorry, Nulu, but I don't hate you. Not really bad. Let me try drinking another drink of Nulu. Let me just go back to the Nulu. Yeah.
We're gonna try and appreciate it. Nulu, why are you so bad? Explain to us.
Well, you're not that bad. You just
had so much good stuff that.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just so much better. It's not that bad. It's just, there's better stuff.
I'm going to go back to our palates are so refined that we just cannot appreciate this pathetic excuse of a bourbon that is Nulu.
My palate is so refined that I just can't appreciate this pathetic excuse for Nulu. Yes, yes, we. Wait, let me get my pinky up.
There you go.
I'm gonna drink Nulu for you. Let me drink some Nulu.
So real quick, Templar. Actually, I actually come from an alcoholic father myself. So that's always something that's in the back of my mind when I'm drinking. Is I have to think about the fact that we don't want to get there, because when my father, and now to be fair, he's doing great now. So I don't want to put him out there in like a negative light, because he has it very much under control now. But there was a time when that was not true. So I understand exactly what you mean. Also, I thought this was interesting. Also, with women these days, I would never hook up with a woman who had been drinking. Thoughts, Charles? Go.
Truthfully, you want to speak? We want to speak. Go ahead.
Okay, I had a conversation to someone about this. Sometimes when a woman drinks, they express exactly what they want to do. It's not that they drinking and they're doing something that they don't want to do. They going straight forward and doing exactly what they want to do, not caring about what others think. Did that make sense?
You're finished. Continue. You make sense.
I'm going to say that sometimes drinking gets the real person, then not.
Okay, I'm gonna chime in.
Okay.
This is. Follow me, people. Don't get angry when I say this. The only reason I would not want to hook up with a woman that was drinking is because of Me Too, or I didn't want to do that, or the allegations that can come because women. First, I don't want to hook up with any woman at all. That's truth, like not truthful, but it's truthful because I don't want the detriment. I don't want the negative that can come from connecting. Yeah. So I would rather not connect at all. Let's just be friends. If we're not trying to get to a situation that's going to becoming family. I'm not saying I still don't appreciate women. I just don't really want to connect because the drama of it. So now Well, I tell a woman not to drink. No, I think drinking is wonderful. I think you should drink all the time. Maybe the real you come out. However, as the man, because I'm sorry, I don't know what people think. Men have to be more responsible than women. We do need to be more responsible than women. You got to understand, no matter what they say, it may not be in your best interest. So I'm not saying that I would not hook up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I really don't want to because I just see all the negatives that can come from it, and I love it. So I hope what I said makes some type of sense. It's not that I don't think you're beautiful, and it's not saying that I don't want to connect with you, and I don't think I would love to. However, I don't want to ever hear he took advantage of me, he used me, I wasn't in my right mind. And as a man, I know that women can say things like this, so it's best for me to not even, if it's not in, listen to what I'm saying, and if it's not in a professional manner, meaning I'm exchanging money for your time, that's professional. That's what profession is. I don't want to connect with you because there's too many things that can be detrimental.
But I see me.
He caught on to what I said.
For me, I've seen way more people be okay. For me,
an exchange of currency for your time, my lady.
That's professional. That's professional. Did you give it? It's professional.
But Chuck, you know me. I've seen more people real self with what they really wanted to do.
Yes.
With the.
So we're gonna go here. How many women say?
Can I jump in on this?
Go ahead. Go ahead. But I got one to say before you go there.
Okay. So here, because I let Charles talk on the first time he said B, but all right. So here's my experience is that I get what you're saying, is that it feels like anyway that's true what you're saying, that
What?
when you get women in that club setting and they've had a few drinks or maybe a party setting, whatever the situation is where they're drinking a lot, it feels like the real them comes out.
Yeah, Brian said that, not me. Brian said that.
Yeah. But the thing is that from my experience, that's not really true, because the day in, day out person that you actually end up with is not that person. So it's not really them.
Okay.
So
that was Brian. That wasn't me. I know.
But I'm gonna go. I've been there where I know what someone wants the world to see.
I know where you're going with this.
But the alcohol and the drinking, they express their true nature, their true way they really want to be. So I know people that I know. Okay, so when I say people, you know what I'm talking about.
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this.
So I know people that they want to be taken care of, right? They taken care of on paper. They look fantastic. Whereas at a certain time in my life where I was not good on paper, it was just more physical, where the liquor helped them express what they wanted from me, but I didn't have to provide like that other person did.
I understand. Okay.
If you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I got what you. I got what you're saying. I mean, yeah. I wanted to say something. I'll see if I can get back to it. I respect women. I respect men first. Let me say both. So I don't want any drama. And I don't want any woman to ever say that she did something incoherently. So even though I enjoy women drinking, I think women drinking is great. I don't ever want to be in a situation that I end up like any of these people that are famous that are ending up with women. Okay, remember they had this guy, he played football, right? He had physical intimacy with this girl when he was in high school. The girl said that he raped her. Then you come to find out later that she lied. But that's the whole point. They can always use alcohol or something in the society, law, and the way we think as men. We're going to side with the woman over the man. So if I don't want to give her any type of, if she did something, I don't want to get involved in those situations in the first place. But I don't want to also, if I did get involved in that, get in some type of situation that would be detrimental to me, because she can fall back and say, well, I was inebriated or I wasn't on my straight mind. That's the statement I'm trying to, that's what I want to say. So that's why, even though I agree with you that sometimes who somebody really is will come out, but that their fake self is more, let me finish the statement, then you can defeat me, you and Shaq can attack me. The fake person is what the world knows, so they're going to believe the fake before the real. Because the girl who got the dude that put in prison, football player, her real self was the girl that had sex with him. Yeah. The fake self is, oh, I'm innocent. He took advantage of me.
Yeah.
But the world is going to believe the fake self until he got evidence to prove that this is who she really was. That's my statement.
And this is why, dude, and this is, we going into a darker spot here. Why dudes film or record?
Yes, it's not. You gotta protect yourself, bro.
But how many women gonna be like, you gonna hand them a paper? You chose to do this.
Yeah,
now,
it's scary.
How many people gonna sign that?
Yeah.
So mostly none of them, right? It's gonna be like.
So let's. I'm sorry, Sean. He took me here. I gotta go here because I know you're gonna sign. People shouldn't fornicate. I'm sorry, I'm joking. Right, look, but I'm serious with that though. In a way, I saw your look. But I'm saying that there you go. Just do it legally. But then again, you get married. That's a joke. You get married, and your wife said, "My husband took advantage of me." I'm joking.
No such thing. No such thing there.
But people say that. They say that. You're married. My husband took advantage of me. Your husband? You're married? You took advantage of me?
So here's the thing.
I had to go there. I want to hear what Sean say.
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing that we're talking about paperwork and people signing stuff. Legit, if you're married, you got the paperwork. You got all the paperwork. It's signed, dated. A judge saw you say the thing.
But women still argue that. Have you not heard that before? Where a woman says, "My husband took advantage of me." My husband, your married husband and wife. Have you not heard that? They say this. That's what's so crazy. You're married. That's what is expected in marriage to connect in that way.
But the difference is, Charles, you're talking about mental illness, not rape charges.
Okay, I didn't use the word. You did. You get yes. That's the problem. That's why it for me. I'm not saying I love women, but it just is more. My advice for every man is to be really, really careful and selective. And if you would not want to make her your wife, do not even engage because you're human. I know you're going to lust and desire, but if you, let me just be quiet. Sorry, I went there. Sorry, people, forgive me, please.
So real quick, I'm getting sidetracked from the subject, but my son has joined us on stream. So say hello to Suicidal Pancake, which that's not his real name, but there's a long story behind that. Anyway, nonetheless, my son joined us. So now this is technically my stepson, so don't worry, he is of drinking age, so he's not watching like alcoholic videos at like age 10 or nothing like that.
Understood. Welcome, stepson. Hopefully, we haven't said anything that you don't approve of.
Oh no.
We have a legal age stepson that is joining the stream. So I was just saying, maybe he can relate because he's a man. So I was just saying that
he's 25, so he's not a child.
Same age as my son.
Yeah. So B said that's the same age as his son. His son is 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but my whole thing, that's my statement. I enjoy women that drink. My advice for men is to be really, really selective and careful because
and you never know.
You never know.
There's a point. There's men on earth that never know because they didn't know what was gonna happen. They didn't.
Man, you said something. We got to go left. I'm about to go left, but it's gonna be good left. My advice to all men, and I know that the hormones and desires, you want women, take your time, interview them. No rush, bro. No rush. Go find a good buddy to hang out and talk with. And older men will say, "No, we got you. Dude, let's go do some weights, dude." Because it may be detrimental. It may be a bad mistake. I'm not saying that there are a lot of fantastic, beautiful, great, righteous, whatever term you want to use for a woman. There are, but there's some that are you can't see that whatever can happen wrong. So try to avoid someone you don't know. Get into a situation if they've been drinking that can put you down the negative road. That's my statement. If you disagree, beat me up. That's it. That's what I say. That's my advice to all young men. I got you. I'm biased for men more than anything. People don't know I'm biased for men. I love women. I love women. I wish no woman had to work. I wish all the men would do it and they would fall in line, but that's not how it is. However,
I think our nature comes second to the nature of.
Well, so here's the thing: is that there was a time where what Charles described was true. You know, back in the 50s, right? 50s, 60s, maybe even into the 70s, and now we've fallen away from that. And because of our monetary system, things have changed. But I think what the advice that Charles had on women there is crucial to young men. And I would say for certain that my son definitely agrees with that. He would rather hit the gym than deal with some crazy ladies. He works out constantly, so that is his way to get away from the world, you know. And that's a much healthier way to deal with things than trying to find some new chick every day, because that's nothing but problems.
Go ahead. The saddest thing about men that I've seen what I've seen is that you can't get out of a bad situation. Okay, you went into something, thought it was a good deal, but it costs you more to get out of the deal. If you understand what I'm going to say, I'm not going there, but I'm going there.
As a man, everything that we make, every decision we make in life is going to cost us. Good, bad, whatever, it's going to cost you. So for a man, he should always be conscious of the decisions that he makes. So I don't care if you get married, no matter what, you're going to pay if it doesn't work out. I'm a totally opposed to divorce. I don't believe in divorce, but that's why I think people should be really crucial in when you choose your spouse or who you're going to marry. That's what I believe. However, I'm not going to go no further than that. That's for stickle men.
But I think I've seen where death of a mate works out more than the separation of you guys not getting together.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen if two married people together, but one of them died. Okay. Let me say it like this. If a man is with a woman, and he's married to a woman, and the woman dies, is a way out, easier way out.
I get you. I'm not gonna go there. I'm stopping you now. Okay. I don't wish that on, but I get what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Okay. So I'm trying to end this now because I'm just saying, just dudes be careful. There's a whole thing about drinking with women. There's nothing wrong with drinking with women, but I say just keep it casual. Don't let a woman be inebriated and you get to a situation that's gonna be detrimental to you. That's my whole advice. Not saying that like once you know and it's established, then I'm cool for that. But always protect yourself. Men need to protect themselves at all times. Men. Now, I'm not saying women shouldn't protect themselves too. They should. I love women. Protect yourself. But men, you guys you bear the responsibility. Men bear the responsibility. Men have to be conscious. They need to be cognizant, and they need to understand that what happens is always your fault. I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
Even if it's on her, it's your fault. Don't let it happen. There you go.
Okay, so we talk about the same thing, right? Like, so Whiskey Wars, you have a fantastic bar, right? You have a fantastic drinks, a lot of drinks, right? And one day you want to drink from that selection, and you cannot drink from it. Where are you gonna go? But if you go somewhere to drink something else, it's gonna cost you.
I don't know where you're going with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, bring your illustration to fruition here. What's the real?
If you cannot get something if you cannot get what you want from what's in your face, you are penalized going somewhere else to get the drink.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, but you need to elaborate on that.
Because I'm trying to elaborate because
you went there. If you go there, then you gotta bring it home.
I'm trying to bring it home.
Okay, this was. I think I know what you said.
Pause for a second. So, because I think Hank and AZ it was going through the same thing that B's trying to touch on here. Fornication has a place for a single man. So let's talk about that. And while you guys talk about that, because I already have my thoughts, so I'll let you guys speak your piece. The dog is crying like crazy, and just for my stepson, I'm gonna bring it up here and show my boy off again. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. Like he's saying, okay, you want to drink your drink, you got to drink at home.
I'll be right back.
You want to drink your drink, you got to drink at home. You can't drink a drink. Then if you go outside to drink, you got to pay more.
Because you went to get what you really wanted, but you couldn't get it within your own home.
Well, why couldn't you get what you drink within your home? I got what you're saying, but I wasn't that. I get what you're saying as far as if a man marries a woman, let's go to women. So that's where you took it. And he wants loving physically from his woman. She doesn't want to give it to him. Should he suffer, or should he go out and get drink? But if he goes out to not suffer, he's going to be penalized.
But you
just could have said it.
Well, I don't know because people get offended.
How would you get offended by that? You get what I'm saying?
I'm trying to make sure everybody can, in this stream can understand what I'm trying to
say.
Yeah,
so you say, okay. So most men get married because they enjoy women, they want to create a family, and they want love and affection, they want physical intimacy. So they marry a woman, and then they find out after they get married, the woman wants to not show them the physical intimacy that they want, but that's what the man wants. So he's suffering for a little bit. Sooner or later, he's gonna get tired of suffering. He's gonna step outside the home, but he can't step outside the home now. He's gonna get penalized because I had it right here. Well, I got to step outside the home in the first place. Yeah, that's a trouble I don't have the answers for, but that's why I think it's really.
Man, I feel that I've seen way more than anything. The problem with anything, the most with that.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, my whole advice, not even going there, but just dudes that to be careful just with women when they drink.
You got Elijah Craig. Which was your first?
I understand.
Your first bourbon love was Elijah Craig B520, right? So you got it on your shelf at your house,
but I can't drink it.
And it's like, hey,
I don't
want you to drink me. I don't want you to drink me.
Yeah,
you go
I understand the analogy.
Drink some.
You bring an analogy, but it makes sense.
It's funny to me. And then you go drink something else that's just as good, and you come back, and the B520 is like, hey, you drank from another drink, another pour. You had another dram. Now, I want to take all your money away so you can't buy no more bourbon.
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's contract agreement. That's the SADA rules and whatever. And I'm not getting into that because I understand your analogy. Yeah, I just think everybody got to protect themselves. That's it. And don't get in situations that you're not gonna get what you want. You never know, but that's the risk you have to take. I'm done with that. That's funny. That's why sex should not be before marriage. Truthful dialogue is crucial. Sex messes with the chemicals in your head and clouds up your reality. Okay, I get what you're saying. I get, like, my whole statement is this, bro. I'm not getting into it because I could get into it, but I'm not, and I keep trying to tell you. I get what you're saying, but I don't. I understand the analogy, but that wasn't. You took it somewhere else. That wasn't even the whole point. Was men and drinking with women, and then you took it to getting yeah.
But that's the most thing that I noticed that my male friends are mad about. The fact that
the ones that are married, you're talking about?
The ones that are married, or even the ones that are in relationships that don't get married because it always comes back to the same
I'm gonna get into because this is my belief. I wish we had women to join us because I'm speaking for men. I don't think women want what men want. Most women, to me, in my opinion, don't desire men in the same way that men desire women, and they want security, but they think that men should care. Well, they want more than they should take care of their man. That's the problem. That's where the whole situation that I've observed, and people don't speak about it. But if you really watch it, if you look at statistics in society, you see why most marriages don't last, women are not happy, and why men are avoiding it because they know that they're not going to get what they want. Which is, I enjoy you. You're beautiful. I want to hug and kiss on you all the time, and she doesn't want that. She wants your resources, but she doesn't want the man physically. So let's just get past that. I don't want to keep talking about this.
Because I've seen the best way.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you keep going here. I'm like, it's cool. Let's go at the whiskey.
Okay, but if you had a system, what a video shield. You like NVIDIA shield, right? You love NVIDIA.
It's whiskey.
I'm going at a point.
Go ahead, man. Okay, you go keep going with this.
So you love NVIDIA shield, right? Right? You love NVIDIA shield. Let me grab the mic. You love NVIDIA shield. Am I correct? You love it. You brush your teeth to it.
What?
You love it. Yes or no? I'm asking you a question. Yes or no?
I think it's great.
Okay. So you got all these games at your disposal. That makes more sense than buying a system that you only want one game to play.
I really hope you come back and listen to this.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Stream, interrupt, please.
Stream. Have we been screen sharing this entire time? Is that my fault? Have we?
Not you ain't screen sharing nothing. It was from what we see is like this.
But I'm asking what they've been seeing.
They see what I see. When you screen share, I see it.
Because I just now clicked stop sharing, so I hope that this whole time we haven't been
screen sharing. It wasn't. Trust me, it wasn't. Not from what I could tell.
Okay. Anyway, you guys continue, and then I got.
Now, B was going heavy on men getting married and not getting what they want, and I understood. I was like, dude, I get it, but he threw 1,000 analogies at me, dude. I got you the first time, but
Yeah.
no, another analogy, Charles. Bro, I got you the first time, but what are they going to do? I get it. But you got Elijah Craig on the shelf and you can't drink it. I get you, Brian. Stop.
All right, so let's get to B's analogy here. All right. Now, I understand the argument for variety, let's say. The problem with that is that it doesn't work in reality. I
can argue that. It works if people want to. It works if people. Okay, I agree. Let me interrupt Sean for 1 second. Then you can defeat me after I say my statement. If people agree to it, it could work, but most people don't agree. So I agree with you saying it doesn't work because most people don't agree. That's the statement.
Well, okay. So if your goal is to make a working society, then it starts with family units. That's exactly the problem with what we're seeing today. Is the breakdown of the family unit has led us to where we're at now.
Can I interject?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'll let you talk for like 10 minutes. So I don't think that that's a healthy course. I think what Templar said here is valuable information. I think that we have lost sight of this. Because what he's saying is exactly true for men specifically. Mm-hmm. It's not nearly as true for women, although it is somewhat to a degree. But for men, this is very, very true. You can believe that you are more attracted to a woman than you actually are if sex gets involved. And so then you lose sight of what is her personality like. What things do you have in common? What things do you actually like about her outside of how good she is in bed? And so what you're not really building a relationship. What you're building is, okay, what new freaky thing can she do for you? Which is only of value short term, because let's all face it, if you're a man, that loses its charm after a while. No matter what the things are, given enough time, that charm wears off, and then you're looking for more variety. And so you don't really build relationships. You build, you do, but only in bed. So I don't know what the value of that is. I don't think. And then also, hanging AC, sometimes you need to clear the barrel. Yeah. The problem with that, hanging AC, I think you need to use your brain more. I think we're intelligent enough that we should transcend that and be a little bit better than just clearing the barrel. Now, Charles, go ahead.
I disagree a little bit. I think that the laws make it where you have to, as a man, think more of how certain things affect you than not. But
related to what I say?
Well, I think that you have to. Okay, certain men can make certain decisions that can affect them financially faster than women, and when we do, it affects us. It's society, the laws that make it where that happens, right?
I'm listening to you. This is your statements. How do I know you're right or wrong?
I'm thinking as I'm going here, right?
Yeah, take your time. Okay. I'm listening.
But I think that as a man, you do want, like you can be the young woman and she can do double backflips and you love it, right? But eventually she's going to change and want something more. So there's men out there that know that this process happens, that they want more. So they only deal with the young at a certain age bracket to get what they want from that double backflipping, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, listen, you done?
Charles, if I could just make a brief statement on what Ryan said there, and then I'll let you do your thing. So, I agree that at our base level, Brian, that's true. I think every man, if he could, he would have 18-year-olds for the rest of his life, right? I mean, just like an endless line of 18-year-olds. Like, I mean, as far as from a sexual desire standpoint.
I'm gonna go into this.
You know, because I mean, if that's all you're basing it on, then sure, yeah, because you know you can train them, let's say, for lack of other terms, you know that. So if we're only talking about the sexual side of a relationship, then sure, go after 18-year-olds. But I don't think that there's really deep fulfillment in life if that's all you're doing.
But
I think it's somewhat superficial, and I don't think you're going to find real meaning in life if that's what you're chasing. I mean, it's kind of like the Hugh Hefner kind of lifestyle, you know. And sure, you might say that's the happiest you could ever be.
but you have friends for certain things. You don't have to, your girlfriend or who you sexually involved with does not have to be, you know, the person you go, you know, horseback riding with or go to the gun range with. They can just be, you find her physically, she finds you physically attractive, and you have great times. But you got your friends for that. You got your gang for that. You got your, you know, the male side of your family for that. You don't need her for that, in my opinion.
It depends on what you're trying to do with your life. Go for it, Charles. Let's hear it.
Okay, I'm listening. You got everything you want to say? I agree with both of you in certain things. This is what I think. Hopefully I can explain it well. And this is the truth. Something you said earlier that I don't have the same view. I've never, ever in my life got sick of being physical. Like some dudes say, you get tired of it. I've never met a girl that I enjoyed that I ever got tired of it. She may get tired of it, not me. Never in my life. If she said, "This is all I want to do," I would never in my life say, "I'm sick of this. This is all we're doing." I've never, ever in my life, ever felt like that, ever. I'm happy every time. Never been, "This is all we're doing." I mean, not saying I don't want other things. I'm just saying that's never happened to me. So when I hear dudes say, "You're going to get tired of it," it's never happened. I've had girls get tired of me. Not me get tired of them. Never got tired of it. Never. Let me keep going. Go ahead. I'll go.
I could just clarify my point there. Mm-hmm. I mean, what you really get tired of is them as an entire human being, because there's not much else there other than that thing.
I understand that. I understand that statement. I want to say I may agree. I'm not sure because I've never had that happen. But if I had met a girl and all she wanted was me physically and didn't communicate with me and I didn't know anything about her, I still would be happy. But I haven't been through the experience to say that. However, I'm like you. I want more. I want to talk to a girl like I talk to you or Brian and have these conversations. And many women, we think differently. So women get more frustrated. I mean, I've met women that I can't do that. However, this is kind of funny that I'm gonna say this, that most of the women that can do that are married and my friends, and that's why it's so great, because they can be my friend, or they got a dude, so that it's cool for them to converse with me without putting the pressure on me for the relationship, because they got somebody else to do that. So I enjoy conversations with women, but if a woman is single, not that they can't be friends, it becomes much more difficult because they start pressuring you to want to be in situations with them. So I'm not knocking nobody for what they believe or how they connect with people or that. Yeah. For me, I do understand the desire for variety. As a man, I desire variety. I do. But if a woman is doing which I want her to do for me, which is give me the physical love that I want, as long as she's giving to me as much as I want, it's going to be kind of difficult for me to even worry about other women. Not saying I don't want them, because my brain still wants that. But if you're taking care of home or you're doing that part, then you never have to worry about me, because I'm tired. I'm satisfied. Is most men, to me, in my opinion, are not getting that need met. They marry a woman or they connect with a woman, they get into exclusivity or monogamy, whatever the situation is, and then I believe, I could be wrong, more men do their part as far as being a provider, doing what they're supposed to do, then a woman will not do her part, and then men become frustrated. That's what I observe. I'm not saying all men are like that. I'm not saying all women are like that. That's just my observation. So I don't when you spoke about families and the family unit, I do agree in family units. However, the problem is people confuse what family units are. A family, because it varies by society. So, and just if you go study history, let's say we had one woman and it's 5 men, right? Let's just say it's one woman on planet Earth and it's 5 men. All those 5 men would probably be with that one woman, even though I don't think it's how it should be. They would become a family unit. You know what I mean? So, but people say a family unit. What is a family unit? Is it one man and 5 women? Is it one man and 1 woman? Is it your granddaddy, your grandmama? Is it the clan? Like, because you got. So I'm using. If you go to different cultures and different environments, they look at family units differently. So let me finish the statement. You guys are going. My statement is this. I do believe in the family unit, but people don't even understand what family, like we don't all agree on what a family unit is. Society today has turned the family unit into a mother and her kids without the dad. And this is my family. I don't need a man. So when I look at
so Charles, okay, you finish. I want to talk about that right there, but you finish though.
Okay, my point is it's hard to say what is concrete or absolute or this when everybody doesn't agree. And when you have humans, we don't all agree on everything. And it's always going to be arguments or debates about it because be it politically, be it family, be it economically, we're always going to see it, and even religiously, we're always going to see it different ways because people have different perspectives. Brian is going to think different than me. Sean is going to think different than me. Charles is going to think different than Brian. Charles is going to think different than Sean. And I don't know which way is the right way. So every individual has to figure out what's the best way for them. Yeah, and that's my statement. So I will listen to you. I will listen to B. However, I don't know what's the best way. I just say we do what works for you. And some dudes is gonna want 1 million women. Some dudes is gonna want 1 woman. I don't know what the best way is. Some people are gonna follow the Bible and say this is what the Bible says to do. Somebody else who doesn't believe in Christianity, that's Muslim or whatever other beliefs they have are going to follow their beliefs. Somebody else is going to be free willy and spiritual, and they're going to believe in just free love, and all people are my people. So I don't have the answer to that.
When you're looks.
Well, okay. So real quick though. So let's talk about what a family unit is. So you mentioned historically. So the majority of history is a husband and a wife and children. Now there are certainly aspects outside of that. I mean, I'm not saying that didn't happen, but if we're talking about a majority of how family units are, it's the husband and the wife and children. Now, granted, there are, even in the Bible or in the Quran or whatever you want to talk about, there are certainly things outside of that for sure. But if you want to talk about the majority of human history, what the family unit looks like, it's certainly 1 husband, 1 wife, and children. Now, that's not everybody's experience. That's not what I'm saying. But here's the thing in the modern day. Let's bring it back to practical terms today. And that is, so what actually works for children, because that's what matters. So how do we make productive new humans? Right? Because that should be the goal of any society, is we need new productive humans that keep society going. Otherwise, society falls apart. I think we can all agree on that, right?
Somewhat.
I agree. I agree. 1,000% what you said.
Okay, so
Brian B said somewhat. So 1,000%.
So B, so you're saying we don't need new productive humans for society to continue?
Yes, but I think there's some people that understand biologically certain people are going to have more choice and going to have it easier than others.
What do I got to do with productive humans?
I agree with what you're saying, but there's going to be somebody that's going to have that they're going to have access to the flesh easier than others.
What do I got to do with productive humans?
Yeah, nothing. But I'm trying to say we're in a system.
But he just said that the whole goal of family unit was to have productive humans.
You're right. But you're right. But when you're working within the system, there's going to be always somebody that's going to have more access to something more than others. So
I'll keep messing with you because that's not the argument. But I understand what you mean. That's not the argument.
So B, if you don't mind, let me break my argument down a little further. I'm not talking about emotions or what people want. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about what is the most efficient way to make human beings. That's it.
No, yeah, I agree with you. The fantasy that one man, one woman make kids.
No. It's not a fantasy though. It's not a fantasy. Many people are doing that. It's not a fantasy.
I get what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally get what he's saying. Sean, let me throw this out there, then you can elaborate. He's saying that most people don't just have one husband or one wife. They get married or they have kids outside of marriage, and then somebody else gets to it. So the fantasy is one husband, one wife, but that's not the reality, because the reality is a woman's going to have 2 or 3 kids, or a man going to have 4 or 5 kids by different women. So the fantasy is one husband, one wife, but the reality is some people going to have more choices than others. So they're going to have 2 or 3 baby daddies or 3 or 4 baby mamas. And that's what he's saying.
But Charles, you just said the key word right there.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what it comes down to is choices. It comes down to choice. It's not a fantasy. It's only a fantasy if you don't decide to make the right choices. And so here's the thing, is that here is my personal belief. And this isn't even a Christian belief.
Mm-hmm.
It comes actually from like economics. So if you have ever read Thomas Sowell, then you know exactly where I'm going to go with this. So Charles is smiling, so I assume that he knows what I'm talking about. So Thomas Sowell, he is an economist, and he has studied economics, family units, how they work, what is the best functional family unit, and it's always the same because economics prove it. It proves what the most economically beneficial family unit is. And so if you are looking for success in life, if you want successful children, there is a formula, and it's very simple. It's one mother, one father working together to raise their children. It's like proven by economics. Now you can argue with that, but you would be throwing emotions in there.
I can argue.
Okay.
There's no emotion with me, and a lot of stuff I argue. It's first is research. So I still have to do more research. I'm not an economic major. I don't have a PhD like Thomas Sowell. I'm not a doctor of economics. However, there's a lot of different economic theories, and it's kind of hard to quantify people, especially when it comes to economics, when we only have a small sampling, generationally speaking, of economic history. So how far can we go back? So that's the problem with the argument, but I don't. Okay, let me see if I can make this make sense.
Well, do you think there's not a big enough sample size?
I think there's if you can't only go back 700, 800 years to study economics, when you really start thinking about it, it's not long enough. I mean, it's good, but if you got to think about how long, it's all conjecture. So I think the time should be way longer than. It should be a couple thousands of years to really say how accurate something is. A couple hundred years, but most people can live 50 to 100 years. That means you're not going like 25 generations. That's a trend, but it's not absolute or definite. So it's more, especially if you go with how long they've been chasing. Let's say they're only really measuring economic history for 300 years once they start really recording it. So it's not enough time. But I don't disagree. Let me make a statement so you understand where I'm going. I don't disagree with you on what seems like the most efficient family structure is. My statement would be we haven't seen enough of other family structures to say that this is the most. It hasn't been enough competition for it to say what the best is. That's my statement. Not saying that you're wrong, because it may be one man, woman may be the best. It may be. However, because we haven't seen in society accepting the Solomon aspect of
the group works better.
No, but I do agree that the group as a community works to the best. However, we haven't in recent times. We can't go back to times we have a scripture or some type of written historical document. Like today, we haven't seen that. So it's kind of hard to argue something that you haven't seen because nobody's tested it out. That's my statement.
Well, okay, so it sounds to me like, Charles, that you're making two arguments. That one, there's more options potentially that we haven't seen, and then also that past arrangements maybe haven't been studied closely enough.
Yes, I agree with that.
But the problem with that is that there's no way for us to study past arrangements. So,
agree.
And then also, I mean, as far as like the scope of Thomas Sowell's work, I mean, it's pretty diverse. And I mean, so here's where I feel like we get into trouble, because I think that this argument gets made with a lot of things, not just economics and family units, and is that if we say that we need a sample size larger than a generation or multiple generations, then how do we accurately test it? Because then you're dealing with multiple minds, and you're having to pass on information that maybe the next person doesn't understand the same way that you did.
Yeah.
And so then how are they interpreting the new information? And so then you get into this murky water area where it's hard to say that the test is done the same way every time, because it's not the same person. So I feel like that humans are doing the best they can with the information they have right now. And I don't know that we're going to do better than that because of the argument I just made.
Yes. Sean, I'm really not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying, my statement is that you said it, sample size, and we haven't tried other things to know. However, do I agree with what we know today, that the nuclear family seems like the best structure to raise productive children? I agree with 1,000% on that. My statement is we have not seen other structures in measurable ways to even see if it's better. I think that the Klan, which was what prehistory, or I should say history, was based on, seemed to be a great way to create families, because that's the McClendons or McClowns or whatever, the Rubas. You go to different, they were Klan based more than they were nuclear family based. So I don't know the history of it, but that's what it seems like. Even in, that's what it seems like.
I mean, so if I can just disagree on one point, is that I don't know that Klan mentality is necessarily beneficial for a society.
Okay.
Mainly because you get essentially what we're getting today. I mean, we're getting back into Klan mentalities, which is, to me, seems very dangerous.
Understood.
Because instead of working together, it's blacks versus whites versus Hispanics versus, you can go on and on and on. And that's very much that Klan mentality, is that, okay, our group versus your group. And I don't see how that's useful to build a entire successful society. I think
interesting.
I think what we really need instead of that is think of the world as your Klan.
I agree with that.
And then say, okay, so I'm building a useful family unit I'm going to pass on children that will go out into the world and be productive, not useless pieces of crap. Now, they're not going to sit at home and live off of me and play video games and say, hey, Mom, can you take me to the store? Not those kids. We need useful kids that go out and start doing things, start building things, whatever they're going to do that's useful, do that, and then they're adding to the society. And then it doesn't matter what color you are, everybody is doing that, because
I don't disagree on that. Like you say a lot. I'm gonna say I think we agree way more than we disagree. My disagreement would be, because I don't know other structures, but let's say there's a man, right? There's a man, and the man has two women that want to work with him. So should he push the other woman to the? I don't know if it's right or wrong, but should he push the other woman to the side if both of them want to be his wives? I'm just asking the question. So you have two women that want to be this man's wife. He wants to be committed to these two women. I want just these two women. I don't care about nobody. I want these two. They want to be with me. So you saying it would be better for the man just to choose one woman, or would it be better for the man to choose two women that want to cooperate with him? That's a question. That's my question to ask. I don't know the answer, but I'm just saying it could be like that. Let's say it was one man on the earth and there's just two women. So should he say, well, I should just choose this one woman and let the other woman stay over there because it's just me and her, and you just got to die? Or would it be better for him to say, you know what, I'm going to choose the two?
This next batch of conversation is brought to you by Long Branch. In any case, so now we're getting into the Solomon, David slash Islamic kind of dilemma.
Yeah, I would love to hear your perspective.
I think what it comes down to is, how do the women feel in this situation? Now, I think modern day, I don't know how workable that is. I think in the past, it has, at least from the documents that we have, whether that be biblical or Islamic or otherwise, it seems like that was a pretty good functioning family unit.
Yes.
But I think we've gotten really far away from that. And so now talking women into that kind of a relationship seems very problematic.
Yes, I agree.
So I don't know how useful that kind of a relationship is today. I guess really what I think about more than anything is, if it is problematic, which I feel like it is, then how does that affect the children that come from that relationship? And I'm pretty certain that the result is negative. It's a negative result in those kind of relationships.
Genghis Khan. What happened with Genghis Khan?
Yeah, we're talking about thousands. Well, how long was, not thousands, 600-ish? It was a while ago.
That's my. Like I would say again, we agree way more than we disagree, and I do think that those situations will be problematic. My statement is
this right here. I'm sorry to interrupt, Charles, but if you can afford 2 women, more power to you, Charles.
I agree with that. I agree. But Sean, you said it best. The women have to want it, and if the women don't want it, it will never work. That's what the dysfunction will come, because the women, no matter what men made. Women facilitate it. Women create the peace or the drama in the house, in my opinion. And I try to express that if a man is with a woman and there's not peace, it's because the woman doesn't want peace. Because men, we don't create war. So yeah, I don't disagree. I just wanted an argument, Sean. I don't disagree with you. I do believe that, from what I know, the nuclear family may be the best unit, and I have to do more reading of Thomas Sowell. I've read some Thomas Sowell. However, there's so many people that always argue against different people, and you got to just choose a philosophy and say this is the best for you. I don't know. There's a lot of people that agree with Thomas Sowell, a lot of people that don't agree with Thomas Sowell. So
I think what's valuable about Thomas Sowell is that it's non-emotional. He
tries to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody has their bias. Everybody has their bias, for sure. Mm-hmm. But I mean, when you quote the number of facts that Thomas Sowell goes through the effort of quoting, mm-hmm. I think there is certainly at least a basis for you to pay attention to that as being maybe not factual, but hey, okay, maybe there's some value here.
You can't dispute that he's really wise and knows what he's talking about. And now, if you agree with him, that's a personal basis. But as far as his information and his accuracy, it's pretty on point. That's what I will say. And you make me want to revisit him. A friend of mine was mentioned in the Thomas Sowell book that I want to read because he brought it up to me. So but my argument was not that philosophically I disagree with you. Well, I guess my disagreement, if I have one, is we don't know what is the best because we haven't tested it all. But that's from I guess you would say a scientific perspective more than anything. Until you try it all, you don't know. So this is what I've seen it works, but do we really know? Because it doesn't seem like. Go ahead. Sorry.
So, I mean, as I kind of said earlier, and I don't want to rehash a whole lot, but I think the problem with that kind of thinking is that we run into this kind of impossibility. Because
I understood. I know what you meant. You made sense. You make a lot of sense to me. I don't like you because we agree a little bit too much, and I just want to disagree just for the hell of it.
A little bit of devil's advocate there.
Yeah, I just try to, but I agree with you more than you know. I do, but I agree with B a hell of a lot, more than he knows. I just think that what society is going to allow and what you want are two different things. There's a difference between desire and society. And where I think I do disagree with you is when you said reality. And I think is reality what we do, or is reality what it is? So that's the question. Because some people do things, but we're doing it because society says it, but it's not what we really want to do. So that's my question. Is it reality because we do it, or is it reality because we believe it? You get like, so for instance,
Okay, so I mean, if you're asking the question, then I would say reality is what you do. So I think what people view things as is their opinion, which is not a reality.
yes,
And so that's why I highlighted this here. So
understood.
the people matter more than anything. It doesn't matter about the setup of the family. It matters about the people's dedication to their kids. Well, as much as I would like to agree with that, ASP3, unfortunately, I think it does matter. I think that historically it's been proven that it matters. So now I'm not saying that there are certain family units that do not function. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there are certain units of family that seem to function better. Now, here I'm just going to say blatantly what I mean by that. You can say that I'm a bigot. You can say whatever you want to say about it. But it seems to me that children need a father figure and a mother figure. Now, how you go about getting that, I guess, could vary. But it seems to me that those are very important figures in their lives that make them useful human beings to where they can go out and be functional, they can be productive, they can be successful. And by any metric that you study, it seems like that's true. I haven't seen any study that shows that children do better without both of those units, a good, strong father figure and a good, strong mother figure.
Better.
Speak it. Say, don't whisper.
I've seen where the father works better than the kid being with just the mom only.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying what I'm saying is that them together works better than either of them.
I agree.
Let me throw some out there. So is it just a good father figure, or is it just a good male figure? So let's say you don't have a father figure. Okay, grandfather, uncle, cousin, brother. That's a male figure instead of just saying a father figure.
Okay.
So just say, because from what I see, what it seems like society, if you observe, it's a lot of single mothers, and they'll have their uncle, their cousin to step in as the father figure. And if they all cohabitate, I'm not know how the children turn out, but it seems like that's what the women tend to want. I would agree with the male, the husband and wife, father and mother situation in the family, but it seems like that's not what they do. That's what think about it. It's not what they do, because if you look at society, I'll go to the Black community specifically. 70, I think I want to say 78% of them are single mothers, not married. 54% of the men are childless. So it's telling you, even though society says to do this, what they really want to do, which is reality, is be single mothers. So you get the point, or not be under the view of a nuclear family. So is society doing that, or is that what women want to do? That's the question. Is that society, or is that what women want to do?
So Charles, if I could, and I'm going to try and tread lightly here because I am a white man speaking on Black society.
Before you say that, it seems like it's spreading across all ethnicities or racial groups.
True, that's absolutely true. Yes, for sure. Now it seemed to have started in the Black. No, that's not true. Let me reword that. It seemed to become more prominent in the Black community in the late 70s. But I think what we need to study as a society is what happened pre-70s. And actually what happened in the 70s.
Title IX.
Huh?
Feminism, abortion, Title IX, no fault divorce. Just let you know.
Not just that, but what else happened? The welfare state.
Yes, that all goes together.
Yeah. So when and the problem is that previous to the welfare state,
but it was in the Black community. It was, just to let you know. Most people don't know that, but it was.
What's that? I'm sorry.
It was previous to the welfare state. It was in the Black community. I can go so deep into this,
but not by the numbers. No,
it was. A lot of people don't do the research. They don't know. They go read the case for. You got the Moynihan report, and then you got E. Franklin Frazier, the case for nickel family action, and that came in the early 1930s. So it was talking about the same dynamics that's happening today. Studied. Check it out. Patrick Moynihan, the Moynihan report. So all of this happened way before the 60s. It just spread demographically to other groups and became more prevalent. Because even though you could say people were more married, they were still separated. So, like, think about the Depression era, where people were married when they left their wives. The wives were by themselves. The man was working over here, but they were still married in documents. So, if you don't, you disagree, if you want to know, go read E. Franklin Fraser, the case action, Negro family. It's Taste to Save Black People, something like that. I'm just using the words wrong. And then the Moynihan report by Patrick Moynihan, same thing.
But okay, so but Charles, what I was talking about specifically is the level of success in Black families previous to the welfare state. Now, do you disagree with that as well?
No, I'm going to say that demographics statistics was not as accurate as it is today. So after the welfare state, they had more accuracy when it comes to measuring demographics, and there more accountability. And like I said before, it wasn't as easy. So people would separate or not be married, and the husband living here, the wife is there, but you still have people staying in their family units when they ain't seen their husband and wife for 20, 30 years. I'm just saying.
So, okay, well, let me reword the question. I will pose it as a question. Do you feel like the welfare state that was implemented by the government was beneficial to the Black community or not?
No, it was not. It was not beneficial at all. But it really wasn't what happened. Sounds crazy to say, but before, the reason you didn't see the split or you didn't see the problems was because they were forced to be together because it was miscegenation laws. It was Jim Crow laws that forced people to stick together as groups. So you didn't see the dysfunction because they stayed in their groups. Once you had integration and they can go separate and people didn't have to be stuck under each other and they can live wherever they want to live. Now, I really don't have to be stuck with you. Then you could see it. It became more apparent. That's my belief. And
no, I would say that's accurate. I don't think that's a belief. I think that's a factual statement, unfortunately. So as much as it sucks that that's true, I think that's the reality. But I think exactly what Charles just pointed out is true. I think what the government actually did, whether they meant to or not, although as the comment that's highlighted implies, I think it was designed. Now, I know that gets into conspiracy theories and things, but I feel like it absolutely was designed to destroy the Black families. Now, that's my personal belief. That is a belief. I can't state that as a fact. But it seems to me, given the evidence over decades of time, because there's no way that our government has not missed this. That's the thing for me, is that if they were truly interested in helping human beings and they could see if anybody is studying what's happened, then they would see this is a detriment to the Black community, and they would say, okay, let's find how we can correct this. But they did not.
You should read the Moynihan report. That was the government trying to help the Black family. So a lot of people don't know. I could go so deep into this, but you should look up the Moynihan report.
What I'm talking about is the decades after the welfare state was instituted, when they saw the results, if their interest was truly in helping the Black community, and they saw the results over decades and decades of time, it seems to me they would have said, okay.
Let me go. I'm gonna go real deep because I know what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you. That it wasn't about Black people in general. It was about government, I should say, empire building, and it wasn't the priority. Do you understand what I'm saying? So so that it wasn't about the plan wasn't. This is my belief. It wasn't innately to destroy Black people specifically. That's what I would say from my analysis. It's more about we need to accomplish a mission, and we don't care what type of. Let's say I accomplish a mission, and I have to get funding or do something. Then I don't really care about the fallout from it. That's my thing. That's my belief. Black people that became the fallout of
what happened
to what we're trying to achieve.
Charles, if I could just interrupt you for a second to ask you a question, and I want you to answer it.
Okay.
What do you believe the mission was?
Global domination and resources. That's what I believe.
And how so? How did they see to work out that goal?
Okay, so this, for instance, you want to keep political power. You want to keep geopolitical power. You have China, you have Russia. I want to defeat them, so I can't let them spread their influences to other parts of the world. So I have to.
I'm not laughing at you, Charles. Continue.
No, it's cool. I have to have countermeasures against what you're trying to achieve. So let's say I want to. You want to get into Central America or South America, and I want to prevent you from doing that. I'm going to find. Maybe I try to push a bill or funding in Congress or to help stop communism from spreading. You don't want to help me, then we have to do subversive or ways around it. So then you have people come up with ways to generate revenue that may be detrimental to your society, but in a way it's good for both hands. So, okay, we're going to let you bring drugs into our country. This is Iran-Contra stuff. And then we're going to help fund your military situation to stop them from getting geopolitical power on our continent. So sometimes people do things that are detrimental. They're not thinking about the long-term goal, but they're not really thinking about, they are trying to keep power politically. And they're not thinking about the detriment that can happen to society in general. Or they're thinking about it, but they don't really care. Am I making sense?
Okay, so I think certainly the last part of that is true. I think my personal belief, to clarify, is this. I think that the government instituted the welfare state initially in the thought that it would benefit not just the Black community, but all poor communities. And then as it went awry, which it certainly has, the care went out the window because it established control.
Okay, I agree with that. I didn't speak on that, but I totally agree. I think that they thought it would strengthen people, but then you want to control society. You don't want to lose power. You don't want people to overthrow. You don't want rebellion. So then you're going to feminize men. You're going to give you get more spending when you give women more power, and that destroys families. And also, so like you're talking about the destruction, the welfare state wasn't specifically, it was built to build up people, but when you get control, then it's like, why let it go? And then we can stay in power. So I agree with that, but I was speaking geopolitically, like some of the stuff that happened detrimentally, like drugs in the Black community, happened because of trying to create power outside of the empire, to keep you. Yeah. China and Russia are your biggest competition. We want to be the world, like as an American, you should have pride in your country. You want to see your country win. So to keep power, you have to defeat other people from getting more power than you or more influence. So a lot of things that happen detrimentally to us happen because of America wanting power around the world. Do you understand what I mean? And you put resources other places, and when you put resources other places, sometimes for them to generate revenue, you allow them to do things that would be detrimental to your society. And that's what I believe happened. That's all conjecture from my perspective. And I agree with you on your belief in the welfare state.
So real quick, I want to touch on ASP. I'm curious how he knows me so well. Like, I feel like he knows that I kind of dislike LeBron. I don't know how he found this out. Like, I feel like he's been spying on me a little bit, but anyway, nonetheless, so on LeBron real quick, and then we'll get back to the subject at hand. I feel like LeBron is a great basketball player, but I think he's gotten way too involved in politics that he doesn't know a whole lot about. And so I think he needs to kind of step back from that and play basketball. But that's
this is my argument against that. Shouldn't everybody have an opinion? Shouldn't they be allowed to? So you think everybody shouldn't have an opinion?
No.
You're joking with that one.
There's some opinions that are useless, so we don't need them.
Okay, I understand you don't have to agree with the opinion, but they still should have it. So I believe that. I believe that anyone, even the idiot, has the right to speak. Doesn't mean I got to listen to him, but I still want the idiot to speak. So
they have the right to speak, but that doesn't mean it's a useful thing you need to listen to.
I agree. I agree with you on that. I agree with that. I think that.
I want to be clear. I'm very big on the freedom of speech. So everyone has the right to speak, but that doesn't make all speech equal.
Okay. I agree with that. Some people have more. Well, LeBron has more influence than you or I. Speak on his intellect. speaking on his intellect, how wise he is outside of my. I don't know him personally. I can't say he's wise or not. I'm not judging him on that. My statement is, even if I agree with him, I still want him to speak so I can disagree. I want to hear people that I don't agree with speak all the time, and I don't ever want them not to speak. And I think that you should say whatever you want to say. Just understand there's repercussions for what you say. I might have said something wrong right now, and people want to bite my head off and clip it and chew my. I'm with that because I could be totally wrong. I'm ignorant. A lot of things Sean knows that I don't know. I have to do more research. You maybe want to go read some Thomas Sowell.
And vice versa. Yeah.
So when it comes to LeBron, I might make a joke. I don't, because I'm a Lakers. I gotta say this: LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time. I don't believe that, but I have to say it right now because he's a Laker. So
you don't have to say it.
Yeah, but it feels good to say it because he's for the Lakers. So anyway, I respect that he speaks, and I think that
I really want to go left right now because you brought that up. Like I want to have the Kobe LeBron debate right now, but we'll let it go.
Yeah, LeBron is a Laker, so he's the greatest player of all time, other than Kobe and Michael.
Oh, that's not even close. He's not even in the same hemisphere as Michael, so let's not even get it twisted.
Okay, I'm gonna be truth. This is watching. I don't think any person that's ever played is in the same hemisphere as Michael Jordan. That's just my perspective of watching him. Now, I'm one person who will agree to myself because nobody's gonna agree. I've heard other people say it that when it comes to skill, I've never seen a player that seemed to have more well-rounded all-around game than Kobe. That's just my perspective. Game. Now, do I think he was a more efficient player, more smart than Mike? No, but do I think he had more skills, like stuff he could do? I thought he shot better. I thought he had way more moves. I think Mike was just way more efficient and consistent. Yeah. That's just my perspective.
Yeah. So let's just take a pause from politics and all that stuff, and let's talk about basketball for a while. Okay. Because I absolutely agree. So Mike had this other thing. You could describe it as basketball IQ. You could call it as court vision. I don't know what you want to call it, but Mike just understood basketball better than anybody I've ever seen. I mean, he could read the field. He knew where he was. He knew where his teammates were. He knew how to make a play no matter what the adversary was. And I think Kobe maybe had the same kind of drive and will that Jordan had. I mean, just that kind of unstoppable, I'm going to play till I'm dead kind of mentality. But he couldn't execute it quite as well as Jordan could. I think he wanted to. I've never seen anybody as driven as Kobe. I think maybe Kobe was, I don't know if he's equally as driven as Jordan, but close for sure. I mean, because I've never seen, especially after viewing The Last Dance and just really getting into Jordan's mind and seeing the way that he thinks, the way his brain works, I don't know that there's a whole lot of other humans across the span of history that think about the world the way that Jordan did. I mean, because he just, it was like warfare, even though it was basketball. Like the stakes for Jordan were incredibly high, even though it was just basketball. Like, I mean, so that's what's interesting to me about Jordan is that, I mean, he would literally kill you if he had to. I mean, he didn't have to because it was basketball, but I mean, if he had to, he would have done that to win. And so that's
I know people, and like I'm a Jordan fan. I always hate saying that, but I'm a Jordan fan, and I watched Jordan play. I watched The Last Dance. I think I understand his thought. My statement is there are lots of people that think like that, just don't have the opportunity. So that's my statement. Even in professional sports, I think there's a lot of other players that if they have the opportunity and they got free reign, will do that. What I think that Michael Jordan had that most people don't have was gifted athleticism and humongous hands. So he could be extremely vicious. He could attack the hole without losing the ball. Kobe didn't have those hands, and he was more athletic. So you can look at somebody who does have those hands like Kawhi, but Kawhi is nowhere near as quick or as dynamic as Mike. So Mike was aggressive. Mike would fake you out. He reads double team really well. So if you don't double team him in enough time, he can beat both defenders and score. So that's what made Mike so special. And Mike wanted he wanted to be the best. He wanted everybody who played him to think he was the best and to fear him. I think Kobe had it, but I don't think Kobe didn't have that otherworldly athleticism that Mike had to implement. Kobe had the same drive and desire, and I think Kobe was athletic, but Mike athleticism is so unreal. You have few players in the NBA today that matches him when it comes to athleticism. Like every time he went to the cup was a dunk every single time. Like he on anyone at any time. So even Kobe couldn't do that. Like and Kobe was athletic. So just even Vince did not have the quickness of Mike or the tenacity. Mike wanted everyone that played him to think he was the greatest. I think Kobe may have had that. I think other people had it, but not to the same level. Like I look at Iverson, and Iverson was great, like fantastically great. However, my statement with that is, I don't know if Iverson wanted everybody that he played to think that I'm the best on the planet. Where every time Michael Jordan played, I think he was thinking, I'm the best of all time. You will respect me. It's a thought in your head that you gotta have.
So yeah, I think because I'm also a huge Iverson fan, and I think you pointed out perfectly, Charles, is that it's the difference in the level of drive that they had. Because Iverson was certainly great. I mean, they're undoubtedly, but he didn't go out there every night like he was trying to prove himself. And I think that's the difference between him and Jordan.
But that's you say it's a statement to prove yourself, and I don't think Mike was really trying to prove himself. He wanted you to know. So it's a different proving yourself.
Well, okay.
Let me explain. I know what you're saying.
Well, maybe I used the wrong word.
No,
but
you use the word.
What I mean is that every single night he's like, I'm going to show the world that I'm the best. So maybe prove is the wrong word, but I mean, every single night he went out there and said, look at how great I am. I don't think Iverson had that. I don't think he had whatever.
Okay, I agree with that. That's my statement. Mike knew he was the best, and you would never doubt that. Like he's not trying to prove himself. He's trying to show you. So Iverson was great, but I think Iverson didn't ever think about. Iverson went out and played, where Mike wanted you to know, like he wanted you to come after the game and get his autograph. You know what I'm saying? So it's a total difference. So if you didn't give Mike that respect, and it was not proving you, I'm going to show you. It's a difference. Proving means I got to get your approval. Like I think Mike, when he first started playing, he wanted approval from like Magic and Larry. But once he had it, I am the man, and you will respect me. And if you don't, I'm going to destroy you every time. Never forget, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. It's not showing you. I am that. So it's a difference where I think Iverson was fantastic. I think Iverson had the talent to do that, but I don't think he had the anger that Mike had, an anger, and that I think came from people not giving him respect early. You know what I mean? Like he knew he was good. Maybe he got cut. I don't know. I'm just assuming, or playing his brother, and his brother was beating him, and he's like, I'm gonna prove to him I'm better than him. And that's a drive that most people, it's hard to get. But if you have it, it never leaves you. I'm assuming. Yeah, it depends what it is. You know what I mean? Like it's an anger, and I think Mike has that better than anyone I've ever seen. Like it still ain't left him. It ain't left him yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what we talked about in the last stream. It's like you can use rage and anger and viciousness in a good way if you choose to, and I think that's exactly what Michael did. And I don't think that honestly, I don't think anybody else in the NBA has ever harnessed that ability. I think Kobe got close. But I don't think Iverson really had that in him. I mean, I feel like Iverson went out there and he was more like having fun than it was like a viciousness. And for that reason, I really enjoy watching Iverson play because you can see he's having fun. I mean, not all the time. There's certainly bad games, but I mean, when he's having fun and he's doing good, Iverson is amazing to watch.
But they do have vicious killers that have fun. So it's somebody who just enjoys shooting and never missing. so much. Like I don't know Steph Curry's personality, but some people want perfection so much that it seems like they're not angry, but they're because it's joy. Like Jordan with his tongue out was his joy. If you don't pay attention, whenever Jordan had his tongue out, oh, that was joy for him. So he wasn't always angry. You know what I'm saying? It was yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you about to get it. So it's more that fun part is there, but it's still like Kobe and Mike have that. I'm the man, and everybody doesn't have that. Like this Iverson didn't even have to like it was natural for him. So he wasn't trying to prove it because he was that. Like so he never like I think that's what I think. That's the difference. I think both Kobe and Mike weren't the men coming up. Where Iverson was the man since like junior high. You know what I mean? Like you was hearing about Iverson before he even got like high school. They were talking about how great he was. And kind of like LeBron, where both Kobe came from overseas, so people didn't give him respect, and Mike, nobody knew about it, so he was mad because he thought, I got cut, I'm good, that type of stuff.
So Charles and B as well, if you're there with us still and you're listening.
He stepped out.
Okay, well then just Charles. So question for you, people talk about where they were when 9/11 happened, or JFK, or Pearl Harbor, or whatever. But my question to you is related to basketball. Where were you when the Iverson crossover on Jordan happened? Because I remember.
I'm pretty sure. I was about to make a joke. I'm pretty sure I was in Philadelphia when it happened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I think that happened in Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was in Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia.
Well, that's something.
That's crazy, right?
Iverson to be proud of that.
Yeah,
I remember sitting on my couch in Ocala in my living room watching that game, and man, like that, because nobody had ever done that to Jordan. Like that was like you don't disrespect Jordan like that. Everybody in the league knew you don't do that, and Iverson's like, "Yep, I'm gonna do it," and he did.
Pretty sure that was 97, wasn't it? 96, 97? I'm pretty sure I was in Philadelphia. Yeah, I was on the East Coast for sure.
Wait, I might be wrong. It feels
96, 97. I think it was his rookie year. So that's 96, 97. I was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, but man, because I remember like when that happened, I was like, I got to get me some Iversons.
Yeah, I got his first pair of shoes. Yeah, so like that's so funny because I don't think they were everywhere, and I was living. When they came here, I'm there, so I could get the shoe. So I got the shoe. Yeah, I was on a ship, and it was I played a lot of basketball, and I had a friend who when I got to my first ship, it was like 95. It was in Seattle. It was in New Jersey, and we went to Philadelphia. And my friend was like, "Man, you're good, but you're not better than my friend Bubba Chuck." And he was talking about Iverson, and I was like, "I'd love to see him." And then when I see him, I said, "Nah, I'm not that good." I said, "I'm good, but I ain't that good." Yeah.
I mean, for a small guy, like if Iverson had been 6'6", 6'7",
he'd probably be the best player ever.
Yeah, with that speed, yeah, he would have been untouchable. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Athletically, pound for pound, I've never seen a better player. Yeah, just athletically, and speed and quickness. Yeah, I think I'm a quick dude. Nah, that dude is unreal. I ain't never seen nothing like that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he just broke guys.
Watch Jordan when he first got in the league. Jordan was quick, but Iverson quick compared to Jordan's quick is faster.
But like Jordan was quick in a different way though. Like so Iverson, you could tell that he was like planning out his moves. Like he was like thinking in his head, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Whereas it seemed like with Jordan, it was like spontaneous. Like, he would be in a situation and instantly change the way his body was going to fit the situation. Whereas Iverson was like planning ahead, and so I think that's the difference between the two, at least from viewing.
I got to think about that one. You made me think. I think Iverson was so quick and fast that he was spontaneous too. I think the only thing he planned out was getting people to bite on the crossover, where Michael Jordan was more jab step, and if you step off, he's faster than you, and he's going to the cup. And if you get in his way, he'll do a spin or a reverse. But Jordan he was bigger, so Jordan, like, obviously jumped highs, all get out, but Jordan was his hands and how high he jumped.
Yeah, that ball.
It's ridiculous, dude. Like it doesn't matter how fast you are if you can't make the layup or you can't finish. And both of those dudes, like, that's what make Kyrie. Sorry, as far as skill wise, that I've ever seen, the best skill set of any player I've ever seen since I've been watching basketball is Kyrie Irving. I've really started watching, and as far as ability to dribble, shoot, shots, layups, I've never seen nobody that great.
It's really unfortunate. He's completely insane.
His skill. I'm not saying he's better than Mike. No. I'm just saying the skills, the moves he can do.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Make shots. I've never seen nobody make layups like him in my life. I've never seen anybody actually dribble in professional game settings like that. And his shot selection is ridiculous. Like Kobe with forced shots, where I don't see Kyrie really forcing anything. If you watch it, everything he does is repetition. It's the same thing every single time. So skill wise, and I think Kobe was probably the most skilled great player. Kyrie is the most skilled player that's not on that level. That's all ever.
But I think he's only not on that level because of his own doing. Because he certainly has the potential, as you're saying. It's just that it's almost like for Kyrie, it's like basketball is second to
whatever
the other things he wants to pursue in life.
I agree with that.
And so, whereas the difference with a Jordan or a Kobe is that basketball is always first.
Yeah.
And so if Kyrie had pursued basketball the way Jordan and Kobe had, I mean, who knows what we'd have today? It would be completely different. Yeah.
I think Kyrie did pursue it early, and I'm not saying he doesn't have the same obsession for it as they do. Like, there's more to his life than basketball. Or with Kobe and Mike, it was basketball. Even Iverson, I think, was more to his life than basketball. And Iverson said that. He said basketball, it wasn't even his favorite sport. So this dude was that talented, and it wasn't even his best sport. Football was. So it tells you, like, some dudes are just so off the chain talented, like Iverson was, that you don't even gotta love it. Like I'm not saying he does love it, but he don't love it like Kobe and Mike did. You know what I mean? And so that's crazy. I think he was that great. Like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson loved it like Kobe and Mike. You know that, right? Magic Johnson loved basketball the same way as Kobe and Mike did. I think Larry Bird did too. So you can see it. The whole thing is, I want to be Larry Bird. Okay, that's the one player I can say people. The closest player I've seen mentality-wise to Michael Jordan was Larry Bird.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
because he wanted every time he stepped on the court that I'm the best. You will never doubt that I'm the best ever.
And he had that same viciousness. I mean, he was like furious from the moment he stepped on the court. He's like trying to destroy you.
Yes.
And I mean, like you said, I mean, no other player has really embodied that other than Jordan. I mean, it's just like, I'm going out there and I'm going to kill you every single move I make. That's my goal.
Reggie Miller said a statement that stuck to me in my head when I was young. He said he played Larry Bird in a game, and he said he was talking trash to Larry Bird, and he said at the end of the game he ended up going like 0 for 10. And Larry Bird, this is what he said that Larry Bird said to him. He said, "You know what the difference between me and you and I?" He said, "You went 0 for 10." He said, I would have went 0 for 50. You get that? He said, "You went 0 for 10. I would have went 0 for 50." And I never forgot that. Like, dude, if you're gonna go out there and hoop, every shot, the next shot going in. I don't care if you miss every shot. You better keep on trying to kill him. He said, I would have went 0 for 50. I would have went 0 for 50.
It's like relentlessness. It's never quitting, no matter what the odds are, no matter how bad you feel, no matter. I mean, like, like what's famously referred to as the flu game, which now we know is actually probably food poisoning for Jordan. It doesn't matter what the situation is. You're going to go out there and slaughter your competition.
Play your best, no matter what. No excuses. People know what's going on, but I'm giving my best. If I lose, I lose. And that's the. Are you into boxing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got the Tyson Fury fight. And,
I'm talking about old school boxing. New boxing, I don't care about too much.
Okay, let's say the Brown Bowmer, and he lost to Tyson Fury, right? And he was like, "Yeah, I was sick." Instead of just saying, "I'll take a loss," like to be a winner, you gotta accept losses, and when you can't accept a loss, it means like no excuses. He beat me, I wasn't my best. That's fine. That's a good enough excuse. That's all I got here, or maybe I should have improved. But when you start using excuses like I was hurt, I was sick, you ain't ever hear Michael Jordan say that. Michael Jordan say I wasn't at my best. That's what Bobby gonna say. Yeah, he got me today. Let's see. I meet him again. That's it. So that's one thing I noticed. I can't
like that's what's fascinating to me about Tyson is that, I mean, when he was young,
mm-hmm.
like I'd never seen someone attack the way that Tyson did. I mean, it was like he wasn't trying to hit the person. He was trying to hit the person behind the person. And it didn't matter who his opponent was. I mean, he was trying to punch through you.
Yeah.
I mean, just head down, just driving the punches. Like,
I agree with you. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with Tyson. I wouldn't want Tyson to hit me. I don't care how much you want to pay me. I'm cool. So yeah, but what I'm talking about right now is Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, right? And they're about to have their third fight. The first one ended in a draw. The second one, Tyson Fury won, and the third one they haven't fought yet. It's supposed to be Saturday. So Deontay Wilder is calling Tyson Fury a cheater and he weighted gloves or this and that, instead of just saying I lost and I'm gonna try to beat you next time. And that's one thing I don't like. This is not to diss Deontay Wilder, but don't make excuses. Say he beat me. Yeah, he was better than me that day. I should have improved my game. I should have worked harder. But we'll see what happens now. So that's one thing I don't want to hear. I mean, it's always reasons for whatever happens. Sometimes you could have been hurt, but you lost. So no matter why you lost, you lost. Because if you win, I don't care that you won because you knocked them out or your arm was broken and you still won. It's great, but you won. That's all that matters. Win or lose, doesn't matter why you lost. You just lost. And life is not fair. I'm sorry to say, people.
That's kind of, I mean, just from a basketball perspective, all the other stuff aside, that's what bothers me about LeBron. Is going back up here, the quit gene. It doesn't happen often, but LeBron has displayed that a few times, especially recently, and it makes me lose respect for him. And to be fair, he is a great player, without a doubt. I mean, he will go down top 5, maybe top 3 of all time. But it's just, I wish that he could have the mentality of a Kobe or a Jordan. That's what makes me dislike him, is that it's like, because you're great. There's no doubt about it. LeBron is great. But, the weakness is what makes me, I don't know. Thoughts, Charles?
I'm a Laker. LeBron is the greatest of all time. I got to go there. Like, I'm sorry. I got you. LeBron played for the Lakers. As long as LeBron played for the Lakers, I love LeBron. LeBron's my favorite player. LeBron's the GOAT. As long as he's with the Lakers, I do wish that sometimes he would destroy opponents, but he's LeBron. He plays for the Lakers, so I have nothing negative to say about LeBron. No matter what I think, as long as he's with the Lakers, LeBron's the GOAT.
Okay, now what if LeBron was, say, on the Wizards? Then how would you feel?
He's not a Laker. That's it. He's a Laker. So I can't, in good conscience, say anything negative about LeBron. I think LeBron's a GOAT right now in the league. He's the best player in the league. LeBron. Yes, I believe that. It's so true. I just said that.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, so let's break this down. You think he's the greatest player in the league right now, this year?
He plays for the Lakers. LeBron is the GOAT. Yes, I said it. I believe it. LeBron is the GOAT. I believe that. It is true.
Given all of the competition that's available right now, LeBron is the best player today, right? So let me word this another way. If you could pick any player in the league to play with you to win a game, your life is on the line, you have to win a game of basketball, you're choosing LeBron.
Today.
That's right. Right now. Current LeBron James.
Okay, I'm gonna be absolutely. truthfully, if I had to pick any player to win a basketball game today against anyone, truthfully, I pick Steph Curry.
I think that's a safe
anyone. Because you got to make the shot. I pick Steph Curry over anyone. Now we talking about we talking about to who's going to dominate or like to win a game. I'm over anyone. I don't care over anyone, over Kyrie, over Kevin Durant. I don't care who you to win a game is Steph Curry. Because let him get the ball first. Can he shoot? Oh, so if he makes one shot and you don't hurt him, he's going to win the game. So I want Steph over anyone to win a game. If it was one shot only for $1 billion, I want Steph Curry. Now, if we're playing, LeBron will come for team settings. Like pick any 5 players, and you guys are going to win a game. I pick LeBron over anyone to have 5 players. I don't care where they come from. Against anyone. So you can give Kevin Durant 5 players. You can give Giannis 5 players. You can give James Harden 5 players. Kyrie his own 5 players. Steph 5 players against LeBron. I pick LeBron's team with 5 players against anyone. So
okay, I'm gonna change the situation on you. It's a 2v2. All right. Now, no life on the line. These are your options. You can pick LeBron, Giannis, KD. What's your choice?
1 you said 2 versus 2.
2v2. Yeah.
So I pick 2 of those players.
No, two players versus 2 players. I'm not saying what the other 2 players are, but you get to pick LeBron James on your team, KD on your team, or Giannis.
LeBron versus anyone. I'm picking LeBron.
Even in a 2v2.
2v2. If it's not gonna be Giannis versus Giannis and KD versus LeBron and somebody, then I pick them too. But if they all get to be on like it's no size mismatch like that, then I'm gonna pick LeBron versus anyone.
So you think right now? Okay, so here's what I'm trying to get to. Is that I personally feel like right now, today, this year, I feel like KD and Giannis are more dominant players than LeBron right now. I'm not talking about in the past. In the past, LeBron certainly was more dominant.
In which way are you talking about? How they're more dominant? Like shooting? LeBron, KD is the best shooter out of all of them. The best scorer is Kevin Durant by far. As far as dominance, rebounding, passing, defense, and scoring, I pick LeBron over all of them. If you're going to pick just rebounding and defense, I pick Giannis. But scoring, dribbling, I pick LeBron over Giannis. If it comes to rebounding and defense, I pick LeBron over Kevin Durant. So I think LeBron is a better all-around player. They both have assets that are great, but like I think KD is a better scorer than them with his eyes closed.
But remember, the other player is you.
Oh, me? I pick LeBron.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what I can do. So I'm picking LeBron.
All right.
All LeBron got to do is, this is my joke, just rebound. Don't worry about it. We got this, bro.
You got to hit the threes.
I'm going to make the points. I'm going to score. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I know you can rebound. Don't worry about it. I believe in me. Give me a month. I'll be ready. I have no fear. I'm going to win this.
I feel like ASP is trolling me again. I don't know. I don't know how ASP3 got this outside information on me. Somehow he's been following all my comments, apparently across YouTube. I don't know what's been happening, but apparently he knows my disdain for LeBron. Anyway.
Yeah, but why are you hating LeBron? LeBron has okay. If rebounding, if we're going to pick rebounding, we'll give it to Giannis. If we're going to pick just overall defense, we'll give it to Giannis. But we give to facilitating, scoring. Okay, LeBron can score better than Giannis. LeBron can assist better than Giannis. LeBron can handle the ball better than Giannis. So we're going to go to LeBron versus KD. KD can shoot better than LeBron, but I don't think he can defend better than LeBron. I don't think he can rebound better than LeBron. I think his ball handle is about as equal as LeBron's. Because KD can dribble, but he's not like Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving. So I'm gonna pick LeBron in that situation. So LeBron has more all-around skill sets. Okay, I love Kevin Durant. Do I think he's better than LeBron? No. Do I think Giannis is better than LeBron? No. Giannis is younger, he'll probably not get injured. But as far as a dominance, LeBron will body Giannis. Giannis is not strong enough for LeBron. Sorry, he's big, he's muscular, but LeBron is like a freak of nature. Kevin Durant is not strong enough for LeBron. If LeBron starts going to the basket, LeBron can still jump, and he's stronger than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's not stopping him one-on-one. Sorry.
Wait a second. I think I'm figuring out who ASP3 is here. I think it's my neighbor. I think I forgot that that's what his YouTube handle is. Me and him talk about basketball all the time. I feel like this is Adam. I'm pretty sure this is Adam. Adam, is this you? Is this you? Is this how you have all this inside information on my hatred for LeBron? I'm pretty sure it's it. Anyway, continue, Charles.
Yeah, like why you shouldn't hate. Like only thing I don't. Okay, this is me being honest. The only thing I would change about LeBron would be his ability to shoot free throws and be vicious. LeBron doesn't know how to quiet his mind to make free throws, and he needs to stay vicious. He don't stay vicious. You know, that's the only thing I would change. Other than that, I think LeBron's a great player. He may not have this. Yeah, he's missing the viciousness of the Iversons, the Kobe's, and the Mikes. But as far as talent-wise, ability, he's great. He's just not mean. He just don't. He don't have that.
I think absolutely LeBron is the best player of this generation, without a doubt. I mean, like his whole body of work. I mean, even like this current year, I don't know if that's true, but if you're looking at over the career, for sure. I mean, I think LeBron is untouchable. I don't think there's anybody that's better in this generation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe Giannis might prove himself later, but he's got a lot of work to do. KD still could, but again, same thing, a lot of work to do. But right now, yeah, LeBron's the king. There's no doubt about it. But when you compare him to a Jordan, then we're having a different conversation. And if that is in fact Adam, which I'm pretty sure it is, then let's have that conversation, Charles. Let's have the Michael versus LeBron conversation, which we did already. But
I take Michael over anybody. You know, I don't care what is going on. that's just me. Do I think that LeBron can body him? Yeah, but I just think Mike would just look at him in the eye, and LeBron would just cry and stop. So I'd take Michael over anybody. I take only person I give a chance to even win a game against Mike would be Kobe, and I think that sooner or later Mike would get angry and the game would change.
Yeah,
but I think Kobe would play. So it would be. I think Kobe would win some games. Other than that, I don't see nobody beating him, dude. I think Iverson could win a game because he would just be having too much fun. But when Mike got serious, I don't know what Iverson would do. So yeah, that's about it. That's my thoughts. I don't think nobody else would have a chance. Kyrie, James Harden, no one. I don't think nobody else would have a chance. And the reason I think Iverson would have a chance because it's just he would not think about it at first, and Mike would be like, "This little dude." So at first, and then once he took it serious, the whole game would change.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you took prime Iverson having a good day versus prime Jordan, he would have a chance for sure, like you're saying. I think what hurt Iverson is when he would get in a funk, he couldn't get out of it. It seemed like, when he was having bad days, he had really bad days, and he couldn't seem to get out of that. Whereas Jordan could will himself out of that somehow.
Yeah. I'm about to use the restroom. I'll be back, bro. I gotta use the restroom.
Actually, I'm gonna do the same. So the stream's gonna die, but I think it's just Adam watching, and he's my neighbor, so it'll be all right. So Adam, I gotta say, I'm pretty sure this is you. Just say yes, so I know for sure, because I can't look up your handle right now. QJ. Okay, Templar is there. I didn't know we had anyone else with us. I thought you guys had left us. So Adam, okay, good. So Adam, gotta ask. I know where you were today. At least I have to guess, because your truck was gone for a long time. So did we get any meat today? Is there any deer in the freezer?
So it is your friend?
Yeah, this is my neighbor. Yeah, we're planning a hunt together. We haven't been together yet, just because of schedule problems. But yeah, he lives right next to me. We drink whiskey together and chat and talk about basketball and
cool.
life and stuff. And
we can talk basketball. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, Q Jeopardy theme. Yeah, sorry there, Templar. We didn't realize anybody else was with it. It shows one on my screen, and so I thought it was just Adam. So sorry for leaving you there, Templar. Not that I should have left Adam either. Anyway, I think we lost Hanging AZ. I'm pretty sure he lost us around the beginning of the basketball questions. So good job, Adam. You took us from black politics and black family economics to basketball. So I guess thank you.
It's all good, man. I can still learn. But we've been going. I guess it's time to end it. We've been going so long, man. I don't want to get everybody bored of listening to us.
Love the squeak. Yeah. Cerberus has been chiming in. He's been getting bored with our conversation as well, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe we've been going too long, but I enjoyed the conversation. But we got to say something for later, Brother Sean.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is 1 o'clock in the morning now that I look at it. I'm sorry, Templar, if we lost you with the basketball talk, but it's something I'm always passionate about. Me and I'm always talking about this, and Charles as well. We're always talking about basketball. So, I guess we'll wrap up. So, Charles, anything you want to say upcoming for your channel or anything like that?
No, I just want to have fun, man. I enjoy any type of conversation. I'm totally can be wrong. I have my opinions, and I can always stand to be corrected. And I enjoy engaging in any dialogue and drinking good whiskey. That's what it is. And right now, even though I'm really more to, I'm drinking Nulu because I don't want for nothing else.
It's late in the night, so we got to finish it off. Yeah. And Templar, yes, the dog's name is Cerberus. That is correct. So folks, tomorrow we do have on my channel we have a new review coming out of this thing right here. Wrong way. I always got to find the camera. Long Branch. I didn't really review it tonight, but I have been sipping on it. I'll say outright that it's good. I think Charles agrees. Look forward to the review tomorrow. And so Charles and everybody else watching, next week I will be out of town. I'm going on vacation.
Great. Where are you going? What you doing?
Down to Florida.
Awesome.
To see the family and friends. So next Friday I won't be here. But Charles, if you want to host the following Friday, then that'd be cool.
I'm with that. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Hopefully I can host it. I'll let you know.
Okay. Let's see. So that will be, what was the date on that? So next week, I know the date is the 15th. 15th. And so that'd be the 22nd. I'll be back and ready to do things.
Okay. Well, we'll keep in contact. I'll let you know.
Yeah. And so Adam's asking, and so for anybody else that doesn't know, Fun with Whiskey is Charles' channel if you want to join us. So I will just post it here in the comments. Fun with Whiskey.
All together.
Follow this man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I got to just put some videos. I have them recorded some in a minute, but we're about to get back to it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were putting out a video like every other day, so I know you guys were taking a break for a little bit, so I understand that. But I'm sure everybody's looking forward to new stuff. So,
Thanks, brother Adam. Thank you, bro.
You got a new fan.
I appreciate it, man. Just cool. Just check us out, man. Just have fun with us. And any criticism, review requests, I'm with whatever, man. I just want to have fun, bro.
And also, folks, I gotta say, I wasn't like unimpressed with this. It's just I feel like if you like Scotch more than bourbon or things like that, maybe you're gonna appreciate this more if you find it in your area. And I think me and Charles both agreed that Knob Creek is better than Nulu.
I agree. Totally agree. Knob Creek is better than Nulu.
So that's our
Knob Creek is better than Nulu. It is. Knob Creek is better than Nulu.
That's our life advice for the week is if you have a choice between Knob Creek and Nulu, buy the Knob Creek.
I agree. All right. All right, everybody.
It's been good. We'll see everybody later. Hopefully in 2 weeks, we'll see everybody again.
All right. Take it easy, everyone. All right, Sean. Have a good one, bro.